Let's do it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to HRL Season 5 for the 14th and final time this season. It's been a long journey. We started back in Belgium in what seems like 2 minutes ago, but it's flown by and we end up in Spain. Now, Spain wasn't planned to be the final race of the season, but a couple of cancellations due to bank holidays, etc., means we end here in Barcelona for season finale. We'll go through all the permutations very shortly, but first, for the final time this season, let me introduce my co-commentator, very good friend, Matt Rowney. Good evening, my friend. How are you?
Evening, mate. I'm good. I'm excited. Just saying, weren't we off before we jumped on? We haven't come together in this league for a month, which is bonkers.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's
We've got a
crazy,
lot to
isn't
catch
it?
up on, haven't we?
We have. Yeah, it's tightened up, and we're in for a final race decider, which I honestly didn't think I wasn't expecting at one point. So yeah, it's exciting.
I think for a lot of this season, and I don't think we were in the wrong by saying it, but I think for a lot of this season, we were looking at Euro, who was flying. He was comfortable at the top, and there was good performances from the likes of Nathan and back then Jay Lawler, Vipers Ken, etc. But no one really came close to Euro, and I think it was a pretty safe bet that he would go on and win the championship. About 3 or 4 weeks before the end of the season, we'd be sat here tonight, last race of the season, and it had been done weeks ago. But then all of a sudden, in what feels like a long, long time ago, he's DNF'd 3 or 4 races in a row. Nathan's capitalised on that. And here we are, last race of the season, and Nathan's on top. He's the favourite man. It's like, how has that happened? Like, what has gone on?
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, isn't it? And I don't know how I feel about Spain being the last race. I think part of me is like, well, it's not the greatest track, but then at the same time, I think because it can be such a frustrating track to overtake on and stuff, we could see some desperate moves and some, desperate attempts for overtakes and stuff if one of these two needs to get through. So
Yeah.
I feel like, Spain makes it that little bit more tense, I think, that little bit harder for these guys to get the job done.
100%. I mean, the plan wasn't to end in Spain. The plan was to end in Zandvoort in Holland for your own home Grand Prix. But of course, that was the last race due to the postponement. We'll go through the last race results from Zandvoort throughout qualifying. We've got a lot to discuss, Matt, through qualifying. We've got the last week, well, I said last week, it wasn't even last week, it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago's race results, the standings, the permutations for both the drivers and the constructors battle, which is also still to play for as well tonight. So much to discuss. We're also going to do a bit of education for the last time this season. It'd be rude not to. We've also got to cover some previous results here in Spain in this league as well. I'm on board with Jay Luke. He has actually won 2 of the previous 3 races here in Spain in this league, so he is a driver known for a good result around Spain. But we've got loads to cover, Matt. But where do you want to start? Should we start with? I feel like we have to start with the championship and with Nathan and Euro, don't we? Really?
Yeah, it's quite ridiculous how we've got to this point, but literally, there's so little between them, and we know like on his day, Jerome can absolutely like run away with it, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'm Nathan. I guess I probably would rather go into this final race with a lead over Jerome,
100%.
rather than be the one chasing him. I don't know about you, but yeah, it's crazy that it's come down to this.
It's pretty mental. I mean, just so everyone is aware, the Drivers' Championship with 1 race to go is as follows. Nathan currently sits at the top with 195 points. Johan, for the first time all season, loses his P1 after the Dutch Grand Prix, down to second on 188, only 7 points separating the Williams driver and the Aston Martin driver, both aiming to become the 3rd champion in the history of this league within 5 seasons. Of course, Jay Lawler won here in season 1 and season 2. Vipers Ken won here 2 years in a row as well in season 3 and season 4. So one of these two will join them two in becoming a name on the Hedge Racing League trophy. I don't know which one it will be. We'll find out in about an hour and a half, 2 hours time. But I mean, again, I know I've already mentioned it once, but it does seem so hard to believe as there's an Alpine off in Sector 3. I think that could be Jack Priddy. I think it was Jack Priddy. It does seem so genuinely so hard to believe that we're even talking about a championship fight now, Matt. Because, like you say, is there a crash between 2 drivers there? Is it Hassan and McLaren?
Jay Wills was round, and Jay Luke ghosted through him.
Ah.
I don't know if he crashed in an awkward place, maybe got in his way a little bit. But Jay Wills has had a spin, so he's probably cooked his tyres there. Oh, he's lost his front wing as well, by the way. He's got no wing whatsoever, so he could be lucky not to have DNF'd actually at that corner at that speed.
From round 1 onwards, you
Bailiff's off as well. Sorry, Hedge. Bailiff's off same corner.
Okay. It's a tough corner, isn't it? I'm going to say it's the one corner on the track that's probably the toughest, I'd say.
Yeah, flat out blind right-hander. But yeah, Bailiff's lost the front wing. The Tier 4 champion, of course, I'm going to say without sounding salty.
Well done, Bailiff.
Yeah.
Well done, Bailiff.
Well done, Bailiff.
The cone champ. The new champion. I'm no longer champ. He's took my crown. But well done to Bailiff, of course, for that result.
Yeah, moving
on Monday night. Let's just go back to round 9, or after round 9's results match. So after round 9, of course, 5 races to go. You're Owen, according to my calculation, had a 67-point lead at the top of the championship with just 5 rounds to go, which is a very healthy lead, of course. There's only a maximum of 29 points per race. So to have a 67-point lead with only 5 rounds to go, you'd have put your money on him winning the championship. But let's just have a look what happened after round 9. Of course, round 9 was in Brazil. He won the Brazilian Grand Prix, of course, with a 67-point lead. Took into Canada. He DNF'd in Canada. Nathan got a P2 like that. Of course, Cameron, if you remember, that night had the driver of the season from P20 to P1, Matt. It was Nathan could only get second. There was no chance of him getting a first with that drive. It was the driver of the season done and dusted already. So, of course, Nathan closed the gap by 19 points. He also got an extra point that night as well. Then we went into Austria sprint race. Owen also DNF'd again. Nathan brought home another podium, a P3. On that occasion, of course, gained extra points as well, finishing 5th in the sprint. Then went to Baku, of course, the final street circuit of the season in round number 12. Owen DNF'd again for the 3rd time. So not DNFing all season. He DNF'd 3 races in a row in Baku. Nathan once again capitalising the P2, a 3rd podium in a row. And finally, it was home turf for Owen. He could have not won the championship, but he could have given himself a very healthy lead with 1 race to go. But he DNF'd once more. Now, I do have to admit on this DNF, it was very unfortunate. He had to DNF in the pitch due to a family emergency, which is so unlucky, so unfortunate. But I hope all was well on that occasion. But in fairness again, Matt, to Nathan, he got a P2. So 4 races in a row going into tonight. Owen, after having a 67-point lead, has scored 0 points. And Nathan's had a podium in every single one. So credit where credit's due to Nathan. He has capitalised and given himself the opportunity now of going into this lead as the leader of the championship. Going into this race, as the leader of the championship.
Yeah, and he's got all the momentum as well. So, yeah, he should feel confident that he just needs to keep getting good results, keeps getting a podium. I think you said that, if he scores at least 21 points, he will win no matter what Jerome does. So he's got a target he just has to hit regardless. But yeah, Jerome's on a lap and he's been unlucky again. I mean, his first lap he invalidated on the out lap coming out the final corner, and then as he's come right through sector 1 there, KXI was right in front of him and may have impeded his lap. So we'll see what time he puts down.
Interesting. Nathan and Owen both yet to set a time, Matt, but they're on different tyres. Owen on the medium tyre in Q1, Nathan on the soft, but yet to go out. Now, let's just take you back quickly to the last round in Zandvoort. It was 2 weeks ago. It feels like an absolute age ago. And first of all, I want to thank Freefall, Mr. Scotty, for covering that race for us on commentary. Did a fantastic job. So thank you to Scott for doing that. It was a chaotic race, Matt. We missed an absolute banger. 12 DNFs in Zandvoort that night. It was won by Vipers Ken, of course, our back-to-back champion, who is not here tonight. His season's over. And I'm sad to say his Hedge Racing League career is over. He will not be returning next season, unfortunately. What? So, I know I'm gutted, but Vipers Ken, who for 2 seasons absolutely dominated this league. He won season 3, then retained his crown in season 4. His availability let him down a little bit this year, but still capable of winning races. And he won. It was a nice fitting end, what I'd say, Matt, because he won his home Grand Prix in his last ever race.
That's pretty.
Was a lovely end for Vipers Ken.
Perfect.
And what I will say is, and a big credit to Vipers Ken, he goes into tonight, Matt, still 3rd in the championship despite only racing 11 races. So if he'd have been here all season, there's a good chance he could have been in the mix for maybe even a 3rd horse race. I mean, you know how good he is. He's competed in 4 less races than Owen, and he's still in triple digits of points. Now, DC's not here tonight, so that does pretty much all but confirm that Vipers Ken does get a top 3 finish, Matt. So despite not being here for 4 races, he's won a couple of races, he's got a top 3 finish. It's not a bad way to bow out.
No, it's not. It's not at all. It's yeah. I remember early on in the season, he had a couple of mistakes as well that were very sort of unlike him. So
Yeah.
yeah, what could have been is Danny's retired on track. I think.
Yeah.
Is that in sector?
Yeah, sector 3. Sector 3. Yeah. Oh, Danny.
How's he done that?
That'll be him starting back.
That's a strange place to retire. I don't know if he's caught the curb there, but yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
it's yeah, it wasn't a great start for him, and I think if he'd have maybe had a better start and he'd have been in the fight from the beginning and stayed in the fight, he might have stayed around, pushed himself to the very end. Who knows what could have happened? That just goes to show, doesn't it, what can happen.
100%.
I'm sure Nathan probably thought he was out of it at one stage, and now look at him. So yeah, just goes to show, doesn't it? You should just stick in there. You never know what could happen.
So it's a shame to lose Vipers Ken, but he'll go down in the history books, a 2-time champion, a multiple race winner on many occasions, and a HRL legend. So hopefully we'll see him again in the future, but if not, it's been a brilliant career. Vipers Ken, of course, won the last round in Zandvoort. Nathan, as we mentioned, capitalising that race with a P2. It's like a car off in sector 1, possibly a Williams. Is it Nathan?
Nathan's just about to come.
It's free fall, sorry, it's a Red Bull, isn't it?
Yeah, Nathan's just come round the final corner, and there's the first body blow in this finale. And
then the final podium in Zandvoort was settled by Liam Craig, who of course has raced 4 times this season. He's won one of them, and got a podium in the other 3. So he's not bad, shall we say? And Fandango, we need to get. He's obviously DNF DNQ on that, but he got his HRL best result so far. He came 4th in Zandvoort.
Oh no!
Oh, he's only 7th.
Well, I think he'll be okay, but
confidence from your own, Matt.
Yeah, I just when I realised it was in the pits at first, I thought, oh god. I think it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, just to confirm as well, Liam Craig has now changed his PSN. He is shifters in the Alfa Romeo tonight. He's raced 4 times this season, Matt, before tonight.
I think we've lost Hedge. Hedge? Are you there? Hedge seems to have... network connection issue. That's not good. Hopefully Hedge can rejoin shortly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just tweak this just so we can hear a bit more of the cars, because I do recall last time we could have maybe had the in-game noise a little bit high, but yeah, Hedge's connection seems to have dropped, which, yeah, hopefully he can get back in. It doesn't seem like he's left the session, so maybe he's just having a couple of connectivity issues with the party. Double check to see if he can quickly get himself back in as soon as. Doesn't seem to be buffering anymore, but yeah, we've lost all contact with him. Oh, is he back?
Hello.
In? There we go. You're back. Hey.
I don't know what happened there. I just talked for ages as well. What was the last you heard from me?
I don't even know, mate. You just.
How long ago did I go out?
You just disappeared about a minute or 2, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you joke! I've just rambled on about Constructor Championship for a minute. Right, I'll go back to the race results in Zandvoort very quickly. I don't even know if you heard all them.
Oh, we got. I think we talked about Fandango getting his best result, and then I think then he vanished.
So Fandango getting a P4, which was a driver a day performance.
And you were talking about Liam as well. Liam had just changed his PSN name. That was.
And JB Bowie's off. It's Bottle Job Bowie on the gravel mat. And he's at risk at the moment of being out.
Bowie.
Bottle Job Bowie. J Rose is also out. He's in the pits though, I think. But Bottlejob Bowie's by no means whatsoever into Q2 yet. He's a bit of a risk here. So I'll very quickly go back to the results from Zandvoort. I didn't realise I'd lagged out. I don't know what happened there. Shocking for me, that, isn't it?
Yeah, to put
They
that.
got the results back up right, and they're proper getting into the constructors' battle as well. Didn't even realise. So Vaguskin, of course, won in his last race. They even got a second to capitalise on Euro's DNF. I mentioned Fandango getting his best result in P4. Liam Craig, 4 races, 4 podiums. Mark got a 5th as a reserve. Cameron got a 6th as a reserve. AFL getting some key points for Williams, getting a 7th. And Mr. BC reserve completed the points in P8, 12 DNFs in Zandvoort. Am I still here?
Still here, still good,
right.
mate, still good.
We're here this time. What was I going on about? The constructors' battle, of course. What I was saying is, it's not quite as clear cut and as close as the drivers' standings, but we still have a constructors' battle of sorts going into the final race tonight, because Aston Martin, who've led the constructors' battle for pretty much the whole season, going into this race on 253 points. Williams still in with a shot, an outside shot, but still in with a shot. However, AFL just retired on track, which will not help their shot. That's in sector 1. He's gone. So that puts a bit of a dent to Williams' hopes of a constructors fight. But Williams currently sat on 216 points. There's a 37 gap separating Aston Martin down to Williams. Aston Martin also have more race wins, so if it came down to a draw, they would capitalise from that. I mean, 37 points is it's a very big gap with 1 race to go, Matt. You'd expect Aston Martin, if they're not going to win the Drivers' Championship, to at least bring that home. But technically speaking, Williams have a chance, and if Nathan was to get a big win tonight, FL will just score some points as well. You never know.
Stranger things have happened, mate. Stranger things have happened. AFL is out as it stands in qualifying. Pio is out also. He backed off after making a mistake going to turn 2, I believe. And that's it. Riordan retired. Bit risky, but unless Jack Pretty can improve, actually. Jack Pretty could knock out Riordan.
Oh.
As obviously Fandango retired on track. Freefall's retired as well, but I don't even think he's put a lap down, actually.
Nope.
So not too sure what's happened there. But Jack Pretty is the man who can knock out Riordan. Anyone from Murphy upwards doesn't have to worry too much.
Would he knock out Riordan, though? Because he'd still be 15th.
That's true. Yeah, he would. Yeah. Actually, yeah, so it would be done, wouldn't it? Because we've only got 19 drivers.
Unless Pio can go again. Pio has got a chance to go again, to be fair. There's 40 seconds to go. So if Pio was to go again, let's see where Jack Pretty goes. He does jump up and...
That's interesting.
So if Pio goes again, he could knock out... He's going again, Pio. So this is interesting.
On my screen, it says 0 seconds and 0 minutes. So I thought...
right.
Yeah, I thought Quali was done. But if Pio's got a chance to go again, then...
There's 19 seconds on my screen, so Pio has gone again, and he could possibly knock out Riordan. But well done to... Mark on the medium. That's pretty tasty, isn't it? But well done to Jack Pretty, who we mentioned started in reserve, did a brilliant job in Belgium on the opening night, if you remember. Matt, and had a really good start, but he struggled since taking the full-time seat. But good to see him back tonight, and a very good, strong lap there from Jack to definitely put him into Q2. Yeah. So as for the constructors, 37 points. Aston Martin in a very good position going into tonight's race. The maximum points a constructor can pick up in one night, Matt, is 48. That's if he flips everything, getting a top 2 in the race, getting a fastest lap of drive. That's literally the lot. And of course they can't do that now because AFL's just gone out. So the max that Williams could pick up tonight is 47, and the gap is 37. So it goes to show that it's still open.
Yeah.
But how healthy a lead Aston Martin have got here, you'd expect them to. Like I said, if Jerome's not going to win the driver's title, you're expecting him and Riordan to at least bring home the constructor's title. Now, interestingly enough, Matt, this would be interesting. Let's say if Nathan did win the driver's title, let's quickly see where PO goes. Does he knock out Riordan? Let's check very quickly. He doesn't. He stays 17th.
Went quicker, yeah.
Let's say Nathan was to win the title for Williams, but yeah, Aston Martin was to win the constructor's title. It'd be the first time ever in 5 years that the drivers' champion haven't won the constructor's title as well. So it'd be history. It'd be the first time ever that we'd have a different drivers' champion to a different constructors' champion. So it would be nice to have a bit of a mix-up for the first time ever. Normally, when the drivers' champion wins the title, he also wins the constructors' title. But that would be the first time ever if it happened. But it'd be a mix. And like you said, you'd expect Aston Martin to win it. It's a big gap. It'd have to be something special from Williams. But we've seen the strange thing. Remember the race in China, Matt, which was just a mental end 3-horse race? Was it Jay Lawler, Jeroen and Nathan?
That was just...
Wow.
If we were to pick moment of the season, the end of that race would be up there. Absolutely crazy.
It was just.
And how big could that?
Mental.
How big could that end up being in the context of the whole championship as well?
Funny enough, I was just thinking that. I'm just looking at the Chinese Grand Prix. Nathan, of course, won due to Jeroen's mistake. That gained him 7 points.
Yeah,
He's leading by 7 points.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy, isn't it?
Which again goes to show you, like, it's fine margins. Fine margins in this league, but it was a mental race of the season.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. I think we both lost our voice at that point. Lost our voice, lost all composure.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's got a good shout for race of the season, but we haven't been to Spain yet. So just to confirm, 4 out: AFL, PO, Fandango, and Freefall. Riordan and Murphy both slide through by the skin of their teeth. Yeah, China was a mental night.
Any other highlights for you, Hedge? Thinking back, I've got a terrible memory, so I can't remember what I did yesterday. To be fair.
I think there's been. Do you know what we've said it all season? I know it may be just us saying this, but every race is throwing up something. You know, going to Belgium, and I remember in Belgium at one point we had Cami and Riordan on pole in quali, and Nathan, and it was the wet strategy that got Nathan the result. And it was Britain. I don't remember too much about Britain in truth, but Alex Dobson getting a P2, which was his best result of the season, which was amazing. To see Riordan getting a 6th. He started really strong. Then we went to Singapore, and that was a classic race. Hobbsy and DC on the podium that night, so another nice mixture on the podium there. Then it was Portugal, which I think you covered that night with Fandango, I believe. Matt, I don't think I was here for.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. That was a good race as well.
For Portugal, but that was a Jeroen win. That was when he was really in that peak of his dominance there, Jeroen. It looked like he just, sort of walked out. And then of course China, which is the race of the season, that ridiculous 3-horse battle between Nathan Jeroen and Jay Lawler, split by just 3.9 seconds in the end, but it would have been close. It was a mental race, and it was Imola. Went to Imola, and it was a Nathan win on that occasion. DC, of course, not here tonight, unfortunately, getting a podium. Saudi Arabia, which I raced in, if you remember, Matt. I think that's very long in Saudi Arabia. I did race in it.
We've raced in one race each this season, haven't we?
We have.
One race each.
That was a great race in Saudi Arabia. It was the Booth brothers top 2, Nathan and AJ, getting a top 2 in Saudi, and it was Bahrain, which was won by Jeroen. AJ again getting a podium in a bit of a good run of form. It was Brazil, which was probably, I'd say, the low point of the season. If you remember, it was a real tough night in Brazil. We struggled for drivers, had a lot of reserves and didn't get a full grid. But Jeroen capitalised and got a win. Canada, of course, we mentioned, was a dominant. I mean, probably the performance of the season, Canada by Cameron, that 20th to 1st was just a mental result.
Breathtaking on it. Crazy.
Then it was Austria, of course, the sprint race where Swinney, who's not here tonight, had a great performance. He won the sprint race and he comes second in the feature. Baku, which was a podium for Jay Luke. Netherlands, of course, we've mentioned him tonight. So I think it's been overall, I think for me, the race, the season, the best season we've had so far in this league. And of course, I hope it ends tonight with more drama, which I'm sure it will on a track like Spain. Obviously, we've mentioned the Constructors battle, Matt, which again, Aston Martin looked pretty much undusted. It had to be something amazing by Williams to do it. And Nathan's off in sector 1, Matt. He's just gone round in sector 1. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah,
so no damage, but a bit of a wobble for him.
Lobbed in for the mediums. I can't remember off the top of my head what the strategy is around Spain. I do believe a one-stop is tough. I mean, I managed to do a one-stop in the CRL in Spain, and I was clinging on at the end, as I think an AlphaTauri's gone round. Yeah, KXI's gone round as well. So yeah, I think mediums will probably make your race a lot easier. But I mean, This is it. I mean, Jeroen's out on softs, so I mean, if he sets his quickest lap on softs,
nice tactical call. Yeah.
That's him. He's committed to the softs. So Jeroen might want to have the better start, and then Nathan might be playing the long game.
And of course, it's 2 points for pole, and when the gap's only 7 points, 2 points for pole is huge.
Yeah,
it's a massive. If you can go into the race with 2 points over your opponent, that is and Jack Pretty. It's a pretty bad moment for him. Been waiting to use that for weeks. He's not been here, has he? Where is it though?
Is he in the pits?
Oh, is it a retirement in the pits? That's interesting. What a shame.
Jay Wills has got no front wing as well, by the way.
Oh. Typical Haas driver. But yeah, 2 points for pole is huge. With the gap's only 7, it is huge. I mean, don't forget, it's the first race all season that Jeroen's come into it, not as the championship leader. 14 rounds later, he's led for the previous 13 rounds. It's the closest championship battle we've ever had in this league. It has never gone to the last race before, ever. So, we're doing something right. Quick look at the previous Spanish Grand Prix. In season 1, it was won by J. Luke. Season 2 was won by Chris Panda, who's no longer here. But interestingly enough, Hobbsy had a podium in 2 of the 3. Not here, Hobbsy, tonight. Hobbsy, by the way, Matt, this is a big one as well. Hobbsy's an ever-present in this league. It's in season 1, he's never missed a race until tonight.
What?
The streak is over.
Oh, my word.
The streak is over. From season 1, season 5, I think it's about 85 races approximately. He's been here every single week, but unfortunately tonight, the streak is over. His first ever race about Hobbsy here, which is...
I hope he's got a good excuse. I hope he's got a good excuse. I mean, yeah.
What a run.
Round of
It's
applause
sad
for
it's
the
come
streak,
to an end, but wow. What a run. J. Luke has won here in season 1 and season 3. Last time we come here, all I'm saying is, Matt, and this is a big one, because Nathan's about to cross the line. We'll see where he goes second on the mediums. But there's one driver, Matt, as we know, that is yet to score a point this season, Mr. Freefall. However, the last time he came to Spain, he ended in second. He got a P2.
Did he?
It's an omen.
Well,
It's an omen.
that is an
He's
omen.
going to do it. Get a point, Scott, please.
Come on, Scotty.
You know what, Matt? Driver of the day tonight, Scott, just to get him a point. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. If he finishes the race, driver of the day.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't do something.
Get him on the board. Get him on the board for Red Bull. But yeah, it was a J. Luke Freefall and Little One top 3, of course. Little One not here tonight either. That was the last time we came to Spain. So J. Luke does like the circuit, as Mark goes quicker. J. Luke does like it here with 2 wins in the previous 3 races. Just to go back to Belgium, Matt, that was 30th of January. I mean, it seems like it just seems like 5 minutes ago to me.
Yeah,
I just remember it like yesterday.
It's crazy, isn't it? I remember the pre-season race when we were saying, I hope the season's as good as this, and then every race just sort of top the next, and then here we are at the finale, and the new game's like round the corner. It's crazy.
Any predictions who wins the championship tonight? I'm gonna go. I think Jeroen's gonna pip him. I have this. I don't know what it is, and Nathan at the moment looks like he's got the pace. But I just think if Jeroen can turn it on and be at his best,
Yeah.
I just feel like he could win the title tonight. Now, again, it could go either way. Nathan's here with a lead, of course. He's the favourite, but I just feel like if he's at his best, he could do it. However, I want Nathan to win it just because it'd be nice to have a mixture for constructors and a mixture for drivers. You know, Aston Martin to win the constructors, but Nathan to win the drivers. It'd be the first time ever that happens. So, well, there you go. There you go.
I agree with you. I think if Jeroen's at it, then I think he will win. But he's not been at it for a while, so...
Well, 4 DNFs in a row coming into tonight. It's the longest streak without a point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Jeroen himself's probably ever had 4 DNFs in a row. So, I mean, if he finishes the race, there's a chance he'll be up there. But one thing worth noting, he has set... obviously his Q2 lap on softs. They are the tyres he'll start the race on. But he invalidated on his first attempt. So them softs are
old, aren't they?
1 lap older than, everyone else's. And Nathan is on
Nathan's
2
on
lap
mediums.
old mediums. So different strategies.
Ooh. Now, J. Luke has won here twice. Yes, he has DNF in the pits. Now, that is a pretty early call. He's only 6th. There's a lot of drivers here that can jump him and possibly put J. Luke at risk. Now, of course, we will see what happens, but J. Luke... on the border, I would say. Someone's asked what happens if it comes down to race wins. Of course, Jeroen has 5 race wins to Nathan's 3. That does benefit the Aston Martin driver. But it shows how consistent they've both been, Matt, because Nathan's 7 podiums, Jeroen 8. You know, they're here nearly every week. I mean, of course, fair play to Jeroen, who's DNF 4 races in a row, but he's still in the mix for the title. I mean, it goes to show how good he's been, really.
It does, and that's what I mean. If he's at it, then I don't think there's anyone quicker. He is literally one of the quickest drivers I think I've seen on the game this year in all the racing leagues I've seen. So I guess he's got that. But I mean, if Jeroen was heading into this with a lead, then I'd be very confident. But like you say, Nathan's just got them 8 points, and we know what he's like.
7.
7.
7.
But you know what he's like?
Come on, oh.
Nathan's very, very good in qualifying.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh, yes, the East man, the Ferrari. Oh,
Caught that out.
he's not out.
It's a nice. He's just done that for sure, hasn't he? Little drift for sure. That.
Yeah, that's there. Yeah, I like little computer donuts like that.
But yeah, I mean, if the lead was in Jeroen's hands, I'd fancy him. But you know, if Nathan can get a pole and stretch that lead to 9 points, that just gives him that little bit more wriggle room, doesn't it, in the race? To that extra position that might just be enough.
But on the flip side, if the Jerome is to get pole, it's down to 5 points all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and then
I mean, of course, these points are up, but this is the biggest qualifying of the season. This because if one of these, even if one of them can get second, 1 point could be huge.
This is why I think if it was you, Hedge, you're a genius for 2 points for pole. I mean, it's times like this where that is.
I just thought it was a nice way to offer drivers more points. Another opportunity, because sometimes people's qualifying work goes unnoticed. They'll do a great qualifying and sometimes not even end the race with a point. And I felt like it was nice to be able to. It's a full qualifying as well, so it's a long time. So it was always nice to reward someone. And Nathan, to be fair, how many poles he got, how many points he picked up, double figures easy this season qualified, from just getting pole positions and getting P2s. Jeroen has to outscore Nathan by 7 points to win the championship. Of course, if they were to draw on points, Jeroen would win the title on race wins. But if Nathan scores 21 points or more tonight, he will win the championship regardless of what Jeroen does, whether Jeroen wins the race or not. I mean, of course, 21 points would pretty much need to be a race win, wouldn't it? Because the only other way of getting 21 points is getting a second in the race, a pole position, and maybe a fastest lap or driver of the day. So it's asking a lot. So effectively, Nathan needs a race win. 7 points, it's nothing. And there's some good drivers on show here, Matt, as well, that will want to end the season with a win. I'm looking at Mark.
Mark's looking quick, yeah.
Shifters. AJ's looking quick. He'll want to get one over on his brother. Could he stop his brother from winning the title? Imagine that. The two McLaren boys, they've had a good season. KXI's improving, so I mean.
Will AJ do his brother a favour? Will AJ do his brother a favour if he has to hold up Jeroen?
Or will he stop him winning the title?
Oh. I've just thought of the HRL version of Abu Dhabi. Right.
What was that?
So it finishes level, and then Hedge goes and gives Nathan driver of the day, wins him the title.
No. That's going to be a lot of complaints on the aftermind, I think.
Imagine it's decided on driver of the day. God, that would be it, wouldn't it?
I think
conspiracy.
We mentioned a lot of battles, of course, for the championship, but there's still battles around the pack as well. Vabken's got a third place confirmed. DC hasn't got a P4 confirmed yet. His Champions League spot is at threat here. Might drop into the Europa League. But the two McLaren boys have got a bit of a rivalry, which they have done all season. They've worked very well together, Matt, but they've been very close. J. Luke has 79 points to Bowie's 64, so Bowie would have to get a podium tonight to potentially challenge his teammate. But look at the pace set at the moment. They're pushing it between the two of them. As for a bit further down, AJ's into the mix as well. He could possibly jump up to P5. Hobbsy and Alex Dobson, both not here tonight, Matt. They're both level on points, so they'll end the season level on points for the same team, which is a rarity. Both 51 points each. So,
that is a rarity, isn't it?
It's shame they're not here, because I'm looking at them two on 51, Little One on 52, and AJ on 56. That'd have been nice. But the big battle tonight. Forget the championship. I'm looking at the bottom. J Will's on 1 point, 3 4 on none.
The battle of
battle.
The battle. I mean, that's...
finishing just 20. All I'm saying is 20th place drops down a league.
Oh,
they're racing F2. So that's what I'm saying.
HRL F2.
Yeah, 20th place drops down a league. So at the moment, Scott's getting relegated. But he's only a point behind J Wills. So
have you just accidentally announced a second racing league next season, Hedges?
I've leaked it. Oh dear.
Oh no. We have to keep that secret.
Chimp's currently it's already going, mate. Chimp's already in it. He's top. Chimp and Greg are battling it out in the F2 league now.
Chimp Kravitz.
But forget the championship battle. I'm looking at the bottom 4 actually. Only one can stay up, Matt. It's like the Premier League, and only one can stay up here. I'm looking at P.O. and Jack Pretty on 8 points. Jables on 1 and 3 4 on none. So forget the championship battle. It's a right battle at the bottom, that. Right battle.
Yeah, Pio can't be getting relegated. He can't be getting
Sort it out,
relegated.
mate. Come on, Pio.
Oh, is there a
Sort it out.
McLaren gone off? I think Bowie's just gone off there. I think he's went for a little excursion off track.
Excursion.
An excursion. But yeah, it's a good lap from Bowie on mediums. If he can get through on them, I think he'll be really happy. And he's got a bit of a gap to Murphy actually. So that could be a great job by Bowie. One of only 2 drivers setting laps on mediums. It looks like both Nathan and Jerome have went and played it safe on soft, so they'll be matching up on strategy, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping that they maybe would, go alternative, but Bailiff's had a spin. And he's hit the wall. Luckily, he's still in. Why couldn't he have done that in Tier 4? You know?
Nathan is not the quickest brother at the moment because AJ's flying here. Could he really put his stamp on the title race? I mean, last race of the season. Could he stop his brother? Could he aid his brother? I mean, I tell you something. Look at them times. Look at Mark in the mix as well. We know that Shift is a quick ESW after that spin has put himself through. J Rolls who's not had a good season, only on 1 point, but at the moment looks like he'll be in Q3. KXI. Hangable Murphy going Q3. Come on, Murphy.
Come on, Murph. Are we Murph? Come on.
Put that Haas in Q3. Come on. Well, Bailiff's out. Riordan. This would be big for Aston Martin, Matt, for their championship battle. If Riordan get into Q3. AFL's already out in Q1, so big. We know that Riordan's capable. You know, he's kind of dropped off and missed a lot of races, but we know when he puts his foot down, he's very quick. Riordan.
He is. Capable. He needs to start having that Weetabix that he was having at the start of the season.
He needs to turn up. That's been his problem.
Jay Wills was in the way of Murph's. Unless he was giving him a little tour. But
Riordan's missed out, mate. He's got that P11. Well, I like P11, don't I? I do like it.
You do love a P11.
Come on, man. Is that Murphy's screw? He's not going to do it now, then? Is that him done?
I mean, his teammate was right in the middle. And I mean, I don't know if they were trying to give him a cheeky tour, if he was...
It's Murph Mazepin and J. Will Schumacher. That's what it is.
Yeah, they come very close to colliding as well.
They're not official teammates. They're the reserve teammates. We've mentioned that before, haven't we? It's a bit of a rivalry. Murphy he's 12th. He's not in Q3. Bowie through. Bowie and J. Luke both starting on the medium tyre. Both McLarens on the medium tyre. The rest on the softs. Now, I don't think Riordan's in a terrible position here, you know. And Murphy and even Bailiff. And he probably even Wooban, to be fair, as well. I don't think they're in a shocking bit. Oh, there, you get a free choice of tyre as well. Them ones on the softs won't last long, will they?
No, I don't think they do around Spain. I don't think they do it. I think it might just make your race a little bit more comfortable. I think's the word I'll use.
Or the Haas boys are going at it in the chart, Murphy and J. Wills. Oh, there's chaos in the Haas garage.
Yeah.
The 2 reserves have come in. Sorry, J. Wills isn't a reserve, is he? My bad, he's not a reserve. It's only Murphy's a reserve.
I thought it looked... it didn't look great on stream, to be fair. Murph must have missed his rear right tyre by a foot.
I think it is, Matt. J. Wills is a full-time driver and he's at risk of relegation. He's scared Murphy's going to take his seat. So he said to give him a bit of a shunt and they said no chance.
Bit of a shunt. They almost put each other out of qualifying. That was,
yeah, it's not good, that.
Sketchy.
It was on to AJ, though. He's the quickest man at the moment. I just have a small feeling he's going to play his part tonight. Will he help his brother or will he hinder his brother? I mean, it's a scary thought, really.
I know, yeah. I wonder how nervous they both are. I wonder if either of them are feeling it or they're just focused on the job. Yeah, nerves. It's a big one. This is a huge, like you said, 2 points for either driver. Could either bring Jerome within literally touching distance, or it could just give Nathan that little bit of breathing space. I wonder if they'll be getting a tour for anybody, because neither of them have got teammates, have they, to give them a...
That's a good point.
A little tour. So
that's a good point. Interestingly enough as well, the battle for the Champions League place in the Constructor Championship pretty hot as well. Haas are just hanging on to that P4, but there's a bit of animosity in that garage tonight. Vipers Ken, who scored a lot of their points, isn't here. So Kevin De Bruyne's not here tonight. For them, he's gone. So they put in Gundogan in midfield, and Gundogan's not as good. So there's a bit of, that was a worst comparison ever, by the way, that. But, there's a bit of animosity. I'm disrespecting Gundogan here, and he's really good.
I'd rate him. I'd have him.
You'd have anyone at Middlesbrough, wouldn't you?
I'd have anyone at Borough right now, to be honest with you.
You have Scott Carson at
I
Middlesbrough.
would. I'd have you, Edge. I'd have you in goal.
Well, we're not far, mate. Chill out, bloody hell. But Hazard just hanging on to that final Champions League place. But Ferrari and Alfa Romeo won it. They won it. So
Forza Ferrari, mate.
Will Ferrari be in the Europa League next season? We'll have to see. Of course, DC and Mazel's not here tonight. They're both not here. ESW's have to carry the loading. They're the only team with only one driver. Right? We are expecting one more driver join us, but we're running out of time. So, and for the battle for the bottom, Alpine 14 points behind AlphaTauri. Take a big jump from Alpine now. If they were and shifters had a bit of a shift. He's nearly gone in the wall there. I think we've put everything that apart from education, haven't we?
Yeah, and I hope you've got something special for the final education of the.
I feel like I need a little introduction theme song for when I do this. You know, like a little tune.
Like a jingle, yeah.
We'll get one sorted for next season, won't we? We'll get one sorted. So, for the 14th and final time this season, it's time for some education here in HRL. Not just here to entertain, but also here to educate. That's the motto, mate. Like little motto behind it.
Yeah, you got yourself a motto now as well. I like it.
Circuit de Catalunya, Barcelona also hosts a round of the MotoGP Championship, known as the Catalan Grand Prix. The race has been won 5 times by a Spaniard, George Lorenzo. There you go.
Well,
there you go.
I didn't know that.
You do now. That's what education does, Matt. That's what it does. That's what it does. Mate. You get a MotoGP quiz tomorrow at work. You're laughing, aren't you?
Yeah, well, it is. It's MotoGP Monday, isn't it? So I'll
there you go, mate. There you go. And one more, right? You can't just do one, mate. You know what I mean? We're gonna do more than one. A second Spanish round in Valencia, do you remember it? Known as the European Grand Prix, was held for 5 years between 2008 and 2012. The Valencia track was due to swap each year with Barcelona. So they do Barcelona 1 year, Valencia the next, but it never ended up working out. And Valencia is now a bit of I've heard it's in a right mess, that track. It's a bit of a derelict area, which is a shame. You know, it might come back in the future. Who knows? And the 2020 Spanish Grand Prix in real life was the first time ever in the event's history that it was held in August. There you go. There's some education. Little tune there to end it out would be lovely, wouldn't it? Little tune there.
Little jingle. There's been a couple of cars round. I think ESW's round at turn 2. Joe Wills has just been round at turn 2. So a couple of guys exploring the gravel traps, obviously pushing at the limits as well. So this is where you're going to see with the bravest, most committed drivers are. Nathan is coming through sector 2, second purple sector so far. So it looks like he will be setting the bar, but Jerome is also just starting a lap as well. Jay Wills is having an absolute... I think he's just moving over for traffic. I was going to say he's having a shocker, but Nathan's going to cross the line. And where's the bar going to be that the other guys are going to have to aim at? It's a 16-1, and it's not provisional pole.
It's a massive shame. It's a massive shame in the second sector. He was the quickest in Q2. He was an outside chance for pole. And we mentioned, will he have an impact on this with his brother and with your own? But he won't, Matt. He'll be starting in 10th because he's just got into a wall. What a shame for AJ. He was so quick in Q2 as well. Oh.
Yeah, it's the wall in the inside. He's lost his car, and that exit, that blind right-hander is horrible. You've got to be so brave to keep your foot down through there, and obviously he's caught the curb, trying to catch the car, and it's chucked him into a wall.
He'll not play a part for pole, Matt, and he might even play a part in the red battle now. He'll be starting midfield, which is not easy in Spain, not an easy track for overtakes, is it? So that might have just cost him I mean, if he's brother, are you happy with that? I mean, I probably would be. I think he'd have been in the mix for pole. So it's a shame, a real shame, that he's gone, but he looked very quick.
It's a contender, isn't it? It's a contender out the race at the end of the day, so isn't it? A contender out the...
there's McLaren off as well. It's Bowie's out! Bottle job Bowie on the same corner!
Oh, he's not ghosted either.
The exact same position. Now, I think this corner could cause mayhem in the race. Absolute mayhem. Bowie had set a lap which could potentially benefit him a little bit. In comparison to AJ, who's not stopped, and he's already down to 9th. But we've seen that there. These are the best of the best in Q3, but 2 of them have gone. I mean, could this corner cost one of these 2 the championship tonight?
It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. Jerome only goes 3rd, so neither our own pole. So Liam at the moment is holding
Max
both.
jumps and all.
Leading, they're holding
No,
the two
no points
back.
ready at the moment.
Yeah. They're not letting them have them bonus points. They're going to have to get this job done on track in the race itself.
I'd say someone who deserves a lot of credit is KXI. The way he's improved this season on the wheel, from starting back in Belgium and not scoring points to now getting Q3 and battling for top fives is incredible. So well done to KXI.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's a contender for most improved driver this season, Matt, I think.
I second
over
that.
the course of the season. Of course, there will be, so you all know, there will be over the next couple of days, there will be a end of season awards type of thing that will come out. There's already a few categories. One of them is commentator of the season, Matt, so we'll see who wins that.
Give it
probably a free fall, won't it?
Yeah, Danny. Neither of us are going to win it, let's face
Mark
it.
is that, was Mark on a lap then? He's just been held up by, I don't think so, looking at it now.
I don't know, he's on 2 laps of his soft tyres, so he must be on an in-lap.
Yeah, I just panicked me. I saw yellow flag, I was like, oh. But yeah, there will be an end of season awards over the next few days, and one of them is commentator of the season, so make sure you vote for Matt. He fully deserves it over me this season.
Yeah, well,
free fall. If free fall wins, that'll be a bit annoying. One race, be a bit peed off, really.
I'd vote for you, Hedge, but I mean, attendance records not being the greatest at times.
Mate, honestly, free fall was to win it over us to have retire. He's done one race. An absolute disgrace, wasn't it, if he won that?
Scott, though, innit?
We've been here week in, week out, and he wins. Might put him on the thing, might just put us on it. He can get lost.
It's that beautiful Scottish. That's that beautiful Scottish voice, isn't it?
Imagine if he won it. Imagine if he won it. To be fair, Danny Fandango has to go on the list. He's been here for a race. He's done a commentary. He's got to go on it.
Danny's
anyone else? It's got to be someone else, hasn't there? Is it just us 4 that have done it?
I think so, yeah.
It's got to be. I think it's just us 4. So watch them 2 get top 2. I mean, you don't even get a second, or we don't even get a top 2. Us 2. We'll get 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, we'll have to qualify for the Champions League. We won't be getting any automatics.
Yeah. But 4 minutes to go in the final Q3 session of what has been an incredible season 5. 14 rounds in to this season. We started in Belgium, we finish in Spain, of course. We've got so much to look forward to the next game. We've got the Miami Grand Prix that will hopefully make its debut in this league. Me and Matt have to get a taxi to the podium in Miami, looking at how it was in real life the other week.
Oh, we'll be getting escorted there by American motorcycles with bald eagles and landed the free and... I can't believe that.
Hopefully in season 6 you'll see me and Matt in Miami. That'll take an ages to do podium interviews. They'll take, well, how long will it take us to get onto the podium? Oh man, it was a wind up that one. I didn't think it was going to be. I thought they were winding us up.
Coming out with bloody football helmets on.
But you'll see me and Matt in Miami with our football helmets on. That's for sure.
Yeah, you'll see Hedge with a football helmet.
Whether Hobbsy will have a helmet on, I'm not too sure. I mean, Hobbsy has been known to not wearing helmets.
Hobbsy doesn't wear.
Hobbsy
does not wear helmets.
But we'll see. But hopefully you'll see us in season 6 in Miami. Where will Jay Luke go? He's currently 9th, not set a lap. He's won here twice before. Jumps up to 5th. Of course, they're all yet to set their final laps. I mean, look at that. 2 tenths separating the top 4. Not even 2 tenths, is it, really? It's less than 2 tenths separating the top 4. And of course, it could be huge points here for Nathan and your own.
Nathan's a 10th off of two extra points. A 10th.
Oh.
And them 2 extra points could win or lose him the title. It's a 10th, and Jerome's 2 tenths.
It's incredible how close this race is. Don't forget, J. Luke is starting on the mediums. If he could start 5th on the mediums, that wouldn't be bad at all. For J. Luke.
No, you're right. It wouldn't be. I mean, I'm on board with them, Jerome and Nathan for their out laps. Obviously, we know how big this lap is going to be for the 2 of them. Nathan's behind Jerome. Directly behind. Is he going to try and get a bit of a slipstream?
Here comes Jay Wills, Matt. Sorry, he looks quite quick. Does jump ahead of KXI. And again, there's not much in the battle for 7th here with ESW, KXI and Jay Wills separated by over a 10th themselves. So it's close. I mean, who's in the pits here? And it's a spin. You see ESW, he's spun round, and that could be his quality over the Ferrari reserve driver who was impressed this season when he's racing. By the way, I need to thank him for what was an unbelievable graphic today.
It was.
I don't know if you see it, Matt.
I did. I saw it. Yeah, it was cracking.
Oh, Jay Luke just had in the pit, so he's done. ESW, I think, will be done himself. So maybe a chance for J Wills and KXI to jump a little bit higher than where they are at the moment. Of course, Bowie and AJ. And don't forget that, we're about 2 tenths here between the top 4. AJ would have been in this mix as well. True. If he did not.
He would.
DNF.
Jeroen's 700ths up. Nathan's down. Nathan's down on his time.
This is tasty. What a big minute in the season this is, Matt. It's a huge minute.
They're coming through turn 9. Is it turn 8 or turn 9? The blind right-hander. Jeroen's taking it nice. He's taking it nice.
There's still a wheel in the track. Who's that wheel? What are the stewards doing here?
Jeroen's 3/10 up. 3/10.
Oh. I'll say Nathan's not improving either. Nathan's a 10th.
Yeah, 10. This is going to be so close.
Where are Mark and... They're a bit further down the road, the other two, aren't they? So... Oh, one of them's spun, I think. Mark's gone off. This is huge. Then here comes Jeroen. Can he get in that top 2 and gain himself some points? He goes second. Can Nathan jump back up? I don't think he goes. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close.
Oh!
Jeroen's not in the top 3. He's missed out. He's missed out. Oh, he's going again. Is he going again?
He might have to.
Surely not.
I think he is.
Where's Mark? Well, Mark slipped up. Where's Shifters? KX, by the way, he's out of the session. He's done. Shifters, he's done. He's done.
Jeroen's going again, I think. I think he realises he needs these 2 points, but his tyres will be getting worse and worse as each corner.
Just to let you know, Matt, Shifters is done, but Mark and Jeroen are both going again. So Nathan's pole is not done yet. Shifters is done. He's finished, so he's got P2 at best. ESW in the...
Jeroen's invalidated! Jeroen has invalidated!
Oh, he's not in the top 2! He's threw it away! And Nathan, at the very least, will get at least 1 point here. The advantage will be extended, Matt, which is huge.
Mark is up, though.
Mark's up here.
400ths, he is up.
Oh. Well, what I'm saying is, HRL relentless. Jeroen and Mark. Can Mark do his mate a favour here? And at least take a point off Nathan. It's looking unlikely, but it'd be big, wouldn't it? Even 1 point.
Oh, he's invalidated!
It's pole position for Nathan!
Wow!
It's extended to 9 now! The advantage is bigger, and he becomes... albeit, he's a step closer to being the champion. Going into the race with a 9-point lead instead of a 7-point lead, and that is huge.
Wow. So instead of needing 21 points, now he needs 19 points.
Hey, P2 and fastest lap. That gets in the title. That's all I'm saying.
Massive.
That's all I'm saying. But what a big moment that could be. And he's someone that's known for pole, Matt. He's had a lot of poles this season. A lot of them.
We said that, didn't we? We said how good he's been in qualifying.
Oh, and Jeroen only getting... look at agonisingly third. Look at the time between Shifters and Jeroen. And that would have been a huge point for Jeroen, that. A huge point. And how big could that missed point be? Oh, wow.
Unbelievable. But there's still a full race to go that could have twists and turns. And oh, imagine if they come together on track. Oh, man, imagine.
Oh, I've just accidentally put Jeroen as second in the thing. You didn't get second. There'll be rights in the chat if I don't change that quickly, won't they? I don't know who Shifters is. What did I say he was called again? Liam, innit?
Liam Craig, yeah.
There's that many PSN changes, mate, over this. I mean, I still call Digweed and PO. It's like, well, pick a name, mate.
Oh, Diggers.
You know what I mean? Wow. Just to confirm, the final policy goes to Nathan Shifters on the front row and Jeroen, and Mark is a very quick second row. J Luke on the mediums, don't forget, in 5th, which is scary, to be fair. I think J Luke could be in a good position here, Matt. He's won 2 races here before. He knows this track well.
He can go long, yeah.
Them softs won't last long, and these boys are going to be pushing at the front as well. So, I mean, how big could them 2 points be for Nathan? The gap now up to 9. It was 7. It's down to 9.
That could be lap of the season. And because he was down after the first sector. So, I mean, he'd have known that as well. So to pull... pull the tenths out at the final sector.
You're right, because Jeroen looked favourite, didn't he? He was 3 tenths up.
Yeah, he was.
Favourite,
and Nathan was like, he was down, and the pressure knowing that you're down and seeing that red delta, and to pull it together in the final sector. Fair play. That's incredible.
Of course, he'll be much happy going into the race with a 9-point lead over 7, but 9 is still nothing. It can still be overturned very quickly by Jeroen, this, so... Advantage Nathan, he's extended that advantage a little bit more. He gets a step close. He's got one hand on the title, I think that's fair to say. But he's still got a very quick driver here.
2 or 3 fingers, I'd say. I would say
maybe a pinky.
Yeah, a pinky on the title, yeah.
Here we go then. It's emotional, this, Matt. The final formation lap of the season. Next time we'll be on a new game. So it's emotional, this.
New game. Yeah. New cars. New grid.
All I'm saying is free fall 90s to first tonight. That's all I'm saying. First point.
It's got to happen.
Bit of a CRL battle at the bottom here, you know, isn't it? Free fall, Fandango, PO, AFL. You know, could get a bit tasty, that, at the bottom.
Yeah. OPO. Danny Mac. Come on, lads.
Quick couple of fast facts about this. We'll have a fact, don't we, Matt? We'll have a fact.
What is this, a bit of fast education?
Fast edge. But you just, quick fire.
Quick fire education.
Race first held in 1991. Track length of 4.6 kilometres, 16 turns, 66 laps of course, equivalent to 33 tonight. The race lap record set by Max Verstappen, a 1:18.1 in 2021. But it was Lewis Hamilton who won here last season. Verstappen and Bottas completed the podium with a spectator capacity of 140,000. There are your fast facts as we approach the starting grid for the 14th and final time. It's been an incredible season. We've watched hours upon hours of racing, of overtakes, of battles, of DNFs, of race wins, of last lap chaos. It's been unreal. We've had wet races, we've had dry races, we've seen every possible tyre. We've been across the globe back to watch this incredible season. It comes down to the Spanish Grand Prix. It's a night circuit loved by few, I'd say, hated by many. Who wins it from here?
I mean, that run down to turn one is massive. It's such a long run as well. I mean, if you get a bad start, you're going to suffer all the way down to turn one. So, I mean, ask me again after.
Mate, I feel sick for them.
Ask me again after the end of this lap, because I have absolutely
33 laps time.
No idea.
On board with the Red Bull of Freefall, aiming to get his first point of the season, but he got a podium the last time this league visited this circuit, so hopefully tonight could be the night for Freefall. Of course, this track is a track that appears on GT Sport as well, so a lot of these drivers will have used it, have played on this track recently on the new game, so, you know, they'll be familiar with it. But here we go. To the 14th and final time in Season 5, the red lights will approach us for the final time.
How are your nerves, boys?
14 races later, from Belgium to Barcelona, it's 5 red lights, and it's a very quick lights out that caught Nathan off guard, and Nathan's lost his race lead already. He could lose his P2.
Giroud's coming alongside!
The wheel with Nathan into turn one, the 2 championship contenders, 9 points between them. Jeroen looking for a move on Nathan. They literally wheel to wheel as Shifters leads the race, and Jeroen has got the move done. I think on Nathan he has.
Wow.
Nathan now under pressure for P3. He might lose his top 3 here from Mark. He doesn't, but Jeroen has gone ahead of Nathan, and Shifters leads the race, Matt. Nathan down 2. He's now got Mark on him as well. What an awful start for Nathan.
He just didn't get away well, and like I say, going down to turn 1, you're gonna lose so much ground. And
he spun! Nathan spun the car, but he saved it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Did you not see that?
I didn't.
He
I
lost
didn't.
The car and then managed to save his yellow flag. That looks like P.O.
Oh, P.O. No, what's? Oh my!
Nathan lost the car. He was literally sideways, mate. He managed to somehow save it. He looked like he's gone. But it's a difficult start for Nathan.
He's under so much pressure. He's under so much pressure. Mark's all over the back of
Mark
him.
Right on him as well. ESW and J-Luke not too far behind. What happened to Mark? He just lost it all of a sudden.
Did he?
No one hit him. He just completely lost the car.
He was very close to the back of.
And I'll tell you what, Nathan will be happy with that, Mark. He needed a bit of breathing space. But you look at the gap already. He's lost 2. He was swollen up at the start, but the championship contenders, what a battle on that one. AJ in the pits, what happened to him? He had such good qualifying as well. Maybe a collision with P.O. potentially.
He's getting a new front wing. P.O.'s continued on, so he doesn't seem to have got any damage. But
what's happened to J Buzz? Is he gone? Yeah, he's facing the wrong way, J Buzz. Luckily he's ghosting, but he's gonna drop right to the back in the Haas.
Turn 1 and turn 2. Oh, he's just drove into the wall as well, so that'll be a new front wing, and he didn't need to pit and change his front wing, but he's carelessly driven into the wall there, so that's a bit careless.
Well, as it stands, Nathan still wins the title, but he's behind Jeroen, who is hunting down Shifters. If Jeroen was to win this race, and Nathan got 3rd, Jeroen win the title. So Shifters, I feel, has a big part to play, as does Mark, as does the SW, possibly J-Luke and down to KXI as well. J-Luke, don't forget, on the mediums, he's lost the position, but to be fair, Matt, it's not a bad thing he's lost. You probably expect him to have lost a place or two on the mediums, wouldn't you, at the start of the race?
Yeah, you would. He's playing the long game. The softs will fall off a cliff. At some point. It is a track that's very harsh on the front left, especially. So, yeah.
Your own set fast lap. He's flying. He's hunting down. No DRS yet, Matt. But when it comes out, I think you're going to want this race lead here. That could be huge for the championship. It could be huge.
It could be. Nathan's going to have to cling on to DRS as well, but Nathan's dropping back. He's dropping back. He's not far. He's going to be out of a second.
Mark and the SW are reeling him in here, Matt. He's in trouble, Nathan, at the moment.
He's not recovered, has he?
Stages here.
He's not recovered from that start at all.
The red lights went off so quick, it caught him off guard, I think. And to be fair to shifters, he shifted. He was gone.
Yeah.
He was gone. I mean, the race lead was what? Was it about a second? 2 seconds? He was in the lead of the race. He had such a great start, and your own, and Nathan had that brilliant battle. Mark had a wobble, which just gave Nathan some breathing space for now, but DRS is enabled here, and he's not going to get in here, but he's going to get very close. Yellow flag looks like it could be... I don't know. Oh, it's 3-4! No, Scott! Scott's on the gravel, Matt. Both Red Bulls are at the back now.
Oh, Scott, stay in the race.
Keep going, Scott.
We want to give you a driver of the day.
Don't give up. Don't give up, Scott. We can't give you right out through DNF, mate. Keep going. For now, the reserve of shifters leads your own, though, Matt. This could be the race lead.
He wants.
He's right on him, and he's got the S on a long run down here. This could be the race lead.
And to be fair to Jerome,
number 4.
He's used a lot of his ERS as well, and he doesn't normally do that.
Here we go.
He's normally quite good at saving his ERS. So I think Jerome knows how much he needs this lead. But it's not easy round Spain. It's not easy to overtake. So this is why...
Murph! What a move by Murphy, your mate, Matt. Into top 10. Murphy in the points here.
Howie Murph.
Love that. And the mediums as well. Lovely. Lovely from Murph, that.
This is what I said, though, at the start when we were talking about Spain not being the greatest track. But it's perfect in a situation like this because one move is so difficult to make, but one move could literally win you the championship.
Look at the top 5 though, Matt. The yellow flag again looks like it's... Is it AJ again or is it 3-4?
Oh, Scott! Stay in the race!
Keep going, Scott. Keep going.
Keep going, Scott.
Keep going. Nathan's under pressure from Mark, but he's getting DRS. He's starting to close in the gap to your own again here. The top 5 are very close, and in fairness to Jay Luke, he's doing a great job of keeping in the battle here. Like you said, Matt, he's playing the long game. His mediums will soon be the better player out of the two. And same with Bowie. Same with Riordan as well. Riordan playing a big part tonight in the Constructors' Championship as well for Aston Martin. He's currently 9th. Could we see a change of the lead here, though? As Riordan's going to have another chance to hunt down shifters.
Yeah, he's not using his ERS, though. I think he's waiting for the perfect time to get him. Because he's just not going to be close enough without ERS. But the thing is, I think Nathan's quicker than shifters. So until Jerome can get past, I think Nathan will keep closing the gap, and the top 4 will just keep getting closer and closer together. So Jerome needs to overtake him and then pull away.
He's up to 9th.
Oh,
he's got past Bailey, he's got past Riordan. Murphy's on the charge here. Same spot as last lap. Yellow flag looks like pretty bad attempt.
Oh, I was waiting for that. That corner's catching a few out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He's down to
up to 15th. Come on, PO. Come on.
He's not far off the points here, Mr. PO. AFL not in the points. So in terms of the constructors battle, Aston Martin have a very good advantage at the moment. As it stands, though, Matt, Nathan doing his job. He's winning the championship here. This is okay.
I think he'll be all right as long as he can keep Mark behind him.
Look at ESW as well, though, Matt. He's not far off.
He just needs to stay. He just needs to keep in touch with Jerome in that 1 second window. But if Jerome gets past shifters, then I think that's when Nathan might start to worry. And shifters has had a pretty poor run through the chicane. I think
this could be it.
Yeah, this is going to be it. He's had a terrible run.
Be it.
He's hit the curb. Nathan's worst nightmare is about to come true. Now he uses the ERS. Jerome knows this is the right moment.
Mark on Nathan as well. This could be a move for Mark. You're going to dive on Mark. Oh, really? Well, Mark's got ties to your own, hasn't he? The teammates in Relentless. So, Mark is an unofficial teammate tonight, maybe of your own, but he's good friend. Oh, yes, W Span. He saved it, though. That's not the first time I've seen the driver do that tonight. But the third race leader in 6 laps, Matt, it's gone from Nathan to shifters, and now you're on. Can he pull away?
Oh, Jack
Pretty tight. That's in the pits.
Yeah, looks like it.
Will not bring out any form of safety car, luckily. But you'd imagine these softs are going to start dying very soon, and J. Luke's mediums Dowie's mediums, Riordan's mediums, Murphy's mediums will start feeling very good.
They will, and that's when the medium runners will hopefully start to come into play a little bit. Shifters isn't letting Jerome go, to be fair to him. He's right on the back of him, so he's not just going to let Jerome run away with this race. But yeah, Nathan needs to get past Shifters, and if he's second, happy days, happy days.
Yeah. Problem for Nathan is he's got a very quick Alpine and a very quick Ferrari that are. And fair play to J. Luke as well, who on the mediums is very, very close. He's P.O. at the moment, I think he has. He's off the track. He's got a penalty.
Oh, P.O.
But keep going, P.O. Don't give up. Come on. Your own set fastest lap here, Mark. Mark Rowney. He's flying here over here. But the top four are so close. And even the SW, to be fair, is not far off. It's a great battle for them. We're seeing a 3-horse race, Matt, for a win. Could be a 5-horse race for a win here.
Oh man, imagine if it
and maybe J. Luke as well, in fairness, on the mediums.
Yeah, if this comes down to the final lap, Nathan needs one move. He's going to have to send it. Absolutely send it. But Shifters isn't letting him go. And the top 5 are sort of coming back together again. But Mark's pushing so hard. He's using all of his ERS.
Oh, no, Scott.
Scott.
Keep going, though. I can't give him if he don't finish the race. Keep going. And he's still going, which is good to see. 7 laps in, 1 DNF. That's Jack Priddy in the pits. A pretty bad night for Jack.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I've used that a lot this season. Too many times, really. We are in the final race, round 14 of 14 season 5. As it stands, Euro wins the title by 1 point.
My word.
Which is mental.
You'd be sick, wouldn't you?
Fastest lap at the moment. Oh, it's 2 points. So you're going to have to go fastest lap, so it'd be 2 points. But of course, there's a lot to come in this race, and a lot will change. I have no doubt. These soft runners are going to pit soon. I think they'll pit very soon.
Nathan's using a bit of ERS there. Shows he's feeling the pressure a little bit. He's got more ERS than Mark, who must be really pushing. Shifters got very close to Jerome there. But I mean, is this when? Oh, Scott, not again. Oh,
Scott, are you drunk, mate? To be fair, you probably will be drunk. It's Scott, to be fair.
It probably is.
Keep going, Scott. Keep going. Please do not retire the pits. I'd cry.
Oh, Nathan's gone wide. Mark's right behind him. Oh my word!
Mark's almost pushing him around the track. Then this is a ridiculous.
Mark's using all of his ERS. He's trying so hard to get past. I tell you what, Nathan's doing.
Brutal corner.
Nathan's doing so well under pressure. He's under so much pressure right now, and to be fair to him,
This could be it though. Oh, he's getting DRS Nathan, isn't he, from Shifters, which is saving him. All of a sudden,
Mark's
got a dive bomb. Mark, he's thought about it. It's a bit of contact. Mark is pushing Nathan to the limits here for that final podium place, and you're all a bit hoping that Mark can get it, because that would be huge for the title, wouldn't it? If he could jump above Nathan.
He's just trying to put Nathan off to the point to which he falls out of DRS, but he isn't. And Mark's he's gone for the undercut
first. I like it. Mark's gonna go. What's he gonna pit for though? Do you reckon mediums or do you reckon hards?
I think you've got to try mediums and try and take them to the end, unless he's trying to do a 2-stop. That could.
It is mediums.
Throw a spanner in.
He's the first one to do it. This could be interesting. The test dummy, if you like. Very quick pit stop. Going to come out in clear air as well, which is important, I think, here. Or is he? Well, I'll tell you what you might not do is a Mercedes of Fandango coming down the straight that will get. Yeah, Mark's going to come out. Is he going to get? Is Fandango going to get him? Turn 1. No, Mark's okay. So Mark's in a good spot there. Yellow flags a Haas. J Wills is off. It's a pain in the Haas for J Wills.
Bring that all
so
the
that'll
best.
be interesting. How? I mean, the rest of them are going to pit soon. How much will that benefit Mark, do you think, pitting the lap early and getting out in pretty much clear air?
I think it's massive. I think the undercut's really important. I think if I was Nathan, I'd pit now and try and undercut Jerome. And even if you undercut Shifters, he's into P2, and that's all he needs.
That's enough, yeah.
Whereas if Jerome pits first, you know, he could undercut him and have a big gap.
Here, then? Who's going to follow Mark? That's the question. Will Jerome go for it?
I think Nathan was battling with Mark, so I think Nathan's got a pit. He is. I would. That's exactly what I would have done as well. Pulled the pin, and I think Jerome will react on this lap.
Well, let's just see in terms. Oh, and I'll tell you what, Mark, he's stuck behind Wuban, which is doing Mark absolutely no favours whatsoever. Wuban's not letting him go. He's not having it.
He's at the back of him. He's at the back of Wuban.
He's on track. J. is out. This could be perfect for Nathan. This could be huge.
Mark's just at the back of Wuban. Has he got damage?
There's no safety car. No, that's you. I'm surprised.
Here comes Nathan. Oh, it's going to be so close.
Mark's got him.
Max
He's got him.
just got him. Wow.
Has he got damage though? You're right. He's had a wobble there, Mark.
That's the undercut. That's what I mean. The undercut is powerful around Spain, and Mark just undercut Nathan. But is Nathan going to undercut Jerome?
Now, I am surprised that wasn't a safety car because Jay was retired in Sector 1. I am very surprised. But, are you surprised at that? It was a very, it was a very obvious place for a safety car to come out, really.
I think it would have gave Nathan potentially the race lead. Or maybe
When
Mark.
Maybe
Mark
what if you're shifters now? What do you do? Do you pit as well, no matter what your own does, or do you?
I think you've got to react, yeah. Otherwise, you're going to lose. I think Jerome will pit. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't. And there it is. He's reacted.
Oh, shifter doesn't. He's staying out.
Yeah.
He's carrying on.
Now then.
ESW pits as well. He's not too fair. He's not too far behind ESW either. He's in the mix as well.
Where is Jerome going to come out compared to Mark and Nathan? This could be massive.
This could be very tasty. Very tasty indeed. As Bailey gets a penalty. Nathan goes wide. He's losing ground to Mark Nathan, though, here. He's going to get DRS, though. Where is Jerome? He's coming out now. Oh, my word.
Oh, my
Mark's
word.
got him. Mark's done him. Has Nathan done him?
He needs this
might
move.
do. I think into someone. Jerome stays ahead. But Mark's the big winner there. He jumped 2 positions. Mark's now your race leader, effectively, at the moment.
He is, and this
But
is
will
when...
the likes of Bailey and Murphy play a part here, though, as older medium
Look at
runners?
the traffic. Is Mark going to let Jerome by at some point in the race? I mean, oh, the traffic's going to cause chaos.
Well, if you're shifters, you're happy with this, because it's causing them problems, isn't it?
It is.
Mark's going to go for Yvonne Bailey. This could be risky. This could be risky. Tier 4 champ, don't let him go past easy.
No,
Big
Bailey.
move from Mark. That was a big move.
Bailey.
Go on, Bailey's taking it back. Bailey's coming back. Look
Oh!
at Bailey. He's getting back up here.
Oh, no, he's gone.
He's out the race. He's out the race. That's going to be safety car.
Jerome's going to get Mark. Jerome's going down the inside.
Safety car.
Just as
Bailey is out of the race.
Jerome had just taken the race lead as well as the safety car come out. He got the move done literally a second before the safety car, so he's got.
Hey, what a stint from Jay Luke.
And
Now on the hards.
Shifters is going to maintain the race lead because he pitted on the safety car. So that's
Got
what
off for
helped.
Bailey there. Bailey was not liking it either. It was tier 1 versus tier 4. And Bailey was fighting him. I love that. But unfortunately, the tier 4 champ went into a wall and becomes our 3rd DNF of the night.
And Jay Luke, there's a spanner in the works. He's chosen to pit off his mediums onto hards, which he's got no choice.
I think a lot of them are doing, aren't they? Bowie on the hards, Murphy on the softs. Love that, Murph. Love that. Why not? Why not? And when I put it to me, a safety character, we've been doing a medium. There's a lot of different strategies here, you know. You got softs, mediums, and hards on your channel. To be fair, the good thing is a free fall and P on the back of the race now.
They are,
And not far off the points, are they? Not a million miles off the points here, you know. They're not too far off.
This definitely throws a spanner in the works because Jay Luke's now in front of Jerome. Mark has slipped in between the two literally just before the safety car come out. Jerome slipped Mark in between him and Nathan. So now Nathan's got to try and get past Mark.
There'll be a few laps here and all because Freefall's pitting. Will Freefall get lapped? No, he's not going to get lapped. Is he okay? But it's going to take him a while though, isn't it? Him and Pio. So,
yeah.
But they're still in the race and fair play to them both. They're going to get back in the race now and all, aren't they? Which is good.
Yeah, and if they started on softs, they'll be able to go on another set of mediums, which Pio is doing.
Well, Scott's going for softs like that.
Oh.
Bold from Scotty boy, I like it.
Aggressive.
Why not? 12 laps into the season finale, 3 DNF, Jack Priddy in the pits. Jails and Bailiff both on track. Bailiff's DNF bringing out the first safety car of the evening. We're pretty much a third of the way through the race, just over a third of the way through the race. I think to be fair, is it a 5-6 horse battle for the race here? I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I mean Jay Luke's not. He's on hard, so he's gonna struggle to fight for the lead of the race. But
Jill's pitting. Oh no!
Oh
No!
I think
he's done that to get off and to get back onto the mediums, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's to fulfill
all
the.
that work at the start is now going to drop him right to the bottom. No.
Would it have been worth staying out on hards and just trying to?
I should have put softs on. and just gone long. Just have a good run over the next few laps, rather than drop all them positions now.
I think he should have maybe stayed out on hards, even if he dropped through the field. If another safety car comes out, he's in business. Whereas
He's now 14th.
Yeah.
And he was a contender for the race, there's no doubt about it. He was setting good pace on the mediums. And he'll come back, I have no doubt he'll fight his way through the midfield and come back, but it's not an easy track for overtakes, is it? I mean, the question I've got here, does free fall catch up? He's pitting again here, Scott. Is he retiring maybe? I hope not. But what's he doing? Is he doing a J-Luke and putting the mediums back on maybe?
Maybe. He's got nothing to lose, has he? He may as well. It's pretty clever from Scott, to be fair.
Does he catch up? That's my concern for him. If he comes in this lap...
I don't think it will. I think it might wait another lap. What that's done, though, with J-Luke pitting, that's gave Jerome more points on Nathan. So, I don't know what the standings would have been before J-Luke pitted, but as it stands...
Nathan's still champion, isn't he, at the moment?
Jerome will have 18 points. Nathan will have 12 points, or 13 points for fourth. Was it 13?
12, I believe,
12.
isn't it?
12. So, Jerome
will win it, won't he?
Jerome at the minute is getting 6 points. Jerome's getting 6 points on Nathan, which wouldn't be enough. Wouldn't be enough.
One more lap, shoot to Scotty boy not caught up yet.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pop to the toilet, Hedge.
Yeah, not a problem.
Quick toilet break. I'll be 2 seconds.
Not a problem. As our drivers approach lap 14, there's still a long, long way to go in this Grand Prix. If you are in the stream, thank you so much for your love and support. Not just tonight, but for all season. The support in the stream has been huge, and we really do appreciate it every Sunday night. Round 14 of 14, the season finale of Season 5. It's an emotional night as we come to an end. I'm going to miss these Sundays over the next few weeks, but of course a new F1 game is scheduled to come out in just over a month's time. Season 6 will be back very soon on New Game, and we'll do all this all over again, but with 17 or so laps to go. 19 or so laps to go, should I say, sorry. Will it be the Believers and Nathan on the Aston Martin of Ariel Euro who becomes our Season 5 champion? One of them will end up missing out by the skin of their teeth. The other one will become the 3rd champion, following in the footsteps of Jay Lawler and Vipers Ken, to get their name on the Hedge Racing League trophy in Season 5. We should come in at the end of this lap as we still wait 3 forwards. He's got a bit to do to catch up, but he's nearly done that job now. So 16 of the starting 19 remain. We've lost the Mercedes of Bailey, the Haas of Jay Wills, and the Alpine of Jack Priddy. Scott will become the 16th and final driver to catch the queue, join the queue, and we should be coming in at the end of this lap for a lap 15 restart. Long way to go. Different strategy. You can see fresh mediums, fresh softs, and fresh hards on show. A couple of penalties as well, which could play their part, most of them towards the back at the moment in the likes of PO and Freefall. But as it stands, if you finish like this, Nathan would still pit Euro into the title despite Euro finishing 2 positions ahead of him. We're now on board then with the reserve Alfa Romeo shifters with our racing. Got a bit of luck, didn't we, with the safety car coming out, but the restart's about to get underway. I remember doing a restart here once, Matt, on commentary in a different league with my friend Limmy, and there was no exaggeration, there was a 9-car pile-up.
Oh my word.
It was the biggest crash I've ever seen on this game. Hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. No, don't want to see that. But of course it's down to shifters. When will he get his shifters moving? When will he get us going here for lap 15?
And Jerome's very good at safety car restarts as well. I've seen him so many times. He's just so good at stalking the car in front and then timing his launch. And Nathan will obviously want to get Mark, but Shifters has gone. He's gone before they've straightened up. And to be fair, that's a pretty good getaway from Shifters.
Yellow flag.
And he's going to retain the lead, to be fair to him. And the top 4 stay as they are. Top 5 stay as they are.
Not sure where the yellow flag come from. Fandango and AFL will swing some AFL go for a late lunge. Whoa, he will! AFL's going to go for the move! This could be big in the constructors, but if AFL get into the top 10, he does! There's 3 of them fighting, 4 of them fighting here with J-Luke as well. As Fandango loses place, has he got damage, Fandango?
AJ's just slipped down the inside, and yeah, J-Luke's gone down the inside as well.
Was Lawler's major though, to get himself into the points, and now all of a sudden J-Luke on a mission. He's flying here, he's got past AFL himself, so he's still looking to get back into the race. We are doing a good job at the moment though. That 8th will do Aston Martin the world of good in terms of the constructors battle. But of course, no DRS for the next couple of laps, so it's straight line speed, saving your battery. And it's a long, long way to go in this race. Matt is still by no means whatsoever. This is done with. There's a long way to go and plenty of twists and turns to come, I have no doubt.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a standoff until DRS is activated. But yeah, I mean, what's Mark going to do? Mark's the one in between the two. Is he going to try and hold up Nathan? Oh! Wow.
Wow, that is huge. That is huge. It was on the second to last corner. Just rode the corner. I saw it. He rode the curve. It was a blatant penalty. There's no getting away with it. And for him, it's poor. And how much will that play on his mind now? That going for the race lead here on Shifters, but that is huge.
Oh, Shifters has placed his car in the perfect place there to not let Jerome. And Jerome's using his ERS. He doesn't do it very often, but I think he's furious with that. And he's now.
The problem he's got, Matt. If late safety car comes out here, he's in big trouble now. Big trouble.
I think he's in big trouble anyway because the DRS is going to keep these guys so close together. He's going to have to get the lead and then put the laps of his life in, one after the other. And you can tell straight away after he made that mistake, he's now pushing ridiculously hard because he knows he needs that gap. So Shifters is trying to defend, but he's got a very angry Jerome behind him.
What a big mistake. Murphy also got a penalty on that lap as well, but for Euro, and you feel it's swung back in the favour of Nathan now. It looked like Euro had took the advantage here, but I think after that it swung back in the favour of the Williams driver. For now, but again, I mentioned it on the last lap, I'll mention it again. There'll be more twists and turns to come here, but that could be a big blow.
He's had a bad he's had a bad run through sector 3 as well. Jerome, he's bumped the curb, which means he's going to lose a little bit of ground on Shifters. Brings Mark into play a little bit. That pen.
AJ's flying here, you know. Since the restart, he's flying, and so's J Luke. These two could be in the mix soon themselves if they carry on the way they are.
Chiron's had a great run through the first couple of corners. He's so quick through there, but Shifters still just about hold him off. Nathan can't really get close to Mark as well.
Oh, Fandango in the pits. He must have had damage on the restart then, Matt.
Yeah. Must have done.
Fresh set of mediums for the Mercedes driver. But how big of a moment could that be? That penalty, which at the moment will drop Euro down a fair few positions. I mean, of course, then that will change as the race progresses. It's still a 5-horse race though, because we're not really mentioning the SW, Matt. He's doing a great job. He's just staying in the mix, staying in P5, waiting for his moment.
Waiting to pounce, exactly. Jerome knows that if he gets this position, first will win him the title as it stands, but the 3 seconds, that's...
Oh, it's huge. It's huge, that.
Yeah, it's so hard, isn't it, around Spain to get out of that DRS train and pull away.
He's going to hope that these lot get penalties around him, but has Nathan got any warnings? I'll have a quick look to see.
Shifters once again getting a good run. Jerome, though, DRS. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it? Oh, it was so close. I feel like if he used his ERS there, I think he might have got the move done. But he is all over the back of Shifters.
We mentioned KXI, Matt, as one of the most improved drivers. He's gone up to 6th past Bowie. Yeah, last year's Constructors winner KXI, seems like a long time ago now, with Vipers Ken. A 5-horse race, so we didn't think we'd top a 3-horse race in China. I've got a 5-horse race here. Nathan has got one warning though, just so you're aware. So he's going to be careful, Nathan. Doesn't follow suit with Jerome and get himself a penalty.
He's got to be. But at the same time, Jerome's got to be careful he doesn't get any more. Because if he got 6 seconds, I think that would be it. I can't see him gaining 6 seconds on these top guys because they're so quick.
100%.
But he's pushing so hard. But he knows the longer he's stuck behind Shifters, the closer Nathan is to the title.
Yeah, lap 18, we're approaching lap 19. The laps seem to be going very quick. AJ's absolutely flying here. Wheel to wheel with Murphy though there, and does get past him. J-Luke and AJ wants to look out for him, that because they could very quickly be in the mix themselves in the way they're going at the moment. They're quick. They prove that in qualifying.
Oh, Nathan.
They're looking very strong.
Nathan's on the back of Mark. Mark's weaving on the straight. Nathan knows this is his chance. He's using ERS, but it's so difficult to get the move, and Jerome's gone for the move. He's got it. Jerome's into the lead.
Big moment that. He needs to push now, Jeroen. He needs to push and get away. He needed that. That penalty is huge. So he needs to now get away from Shifters. 3-4 gets a bit of penalty bingo now. There's a few getting penalties, but most of them towards the back, only 2 of the top 10. Of course, Jeroen, how costly could that penalty be? Because at the moment, he's well and truly the favourite if you don't include penalties, but that could be huge.
I don't think Shifters is going to let him go, though. This is when Jerome's going to have to try and pull out that 3-second gap, but I don't think Shifters is going to let him do it. I think it's
No.
It's easier said than done getting a gap like that around a track like Spain. Shifters is not letting him go.
Again, isn't it?
Yeah.
All of them, apart from Johan in that top 5, getting it. ESW on the back of Nathan. I mean, these 5 in these opening 90 laps have been incredible. All 5 of them. Any of these 5 can win this race.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've left the rest for dead. Really.
I think Nathan's going to be sat quite comfortable.
Oh, it's a wobble from ESW though. Is he now at our DRS? That could be. Oh, he's just in it. He's a lucky boy.
A wobble for Shifters as well. He nearly fell out of DRS there, which would have been Nathan's worst nightmare. Is Mark going to go for it? Not quite.
Down the straight. Here comes Bowie on KXI. Bottle job. Bowie looking for P6. Just stayed behind. KXI. It's a great battle here for P6 between these two. And even AJ. Look at AJ and J Luke. They're flying, Matt. They're right back in the mix here. Absolutely flying.
I think Mark's going to...
Murphy's softs will die, won't they? Murphy's softs will die off now.
I think Mark's going to... he's pushing Shifters. So I think Shifters could end up dropping down a little bit. And look at the gap to Giron. It's nearly a second. Shifters is struggling. He's struggling. Keeps losing his back end. Struggling on traction. And I think Mark might have him here.
Nathan just touched the curve heavily. I think that could be a penalty. A warning. Oh, it's not. Your own just got a warning. Your own just got another warning.
Oh, he needs to be careful.
Oh, he's got a pen. The pens are starting to play the part here, Matt. I'm wriggling here a little bit.
3 seconds, I think Jerome can do it. 6 seconds, no.
Yeah, well, I like Woody cars. Your own's nightmare here. It's worst nightmare.
Yeah. Shifters.
He is pulling a gap though. Just in DRS, isn't he, Shifters at the moment?
Yeah, he looked like he was going to drop out during that lap, but he's done well to pull it back in again. Look how powerful the DRS is. It's got him within 4/10 of Giron. 3/10 just down the straight.
If you lose it, that's when you're in trouble, isn't it? If you start losing that DRS, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, and suddenly the gap to Mark's like almost 8/10.
Nathan at the moment 12 laps away from being champion, but what will change? What will happen in his next 12 laps? How close he is. But of course, things will change. You expect things to change. Still 5 of them battling for the race to win. I mean, all 5 of them deserve a huge amount of credit here. So consistent over these 21 laps. KXI pulled a bit of a gap on Bowie, but Bowie got a penalty now as well, which will impact him. But look at AJ and J-Luke as well there. Right in the mix themselves now.
Yeah, it's a good battle for P6. Bowie's
Great battle for P6, isn't it?
Bowie's
we've got a penalty as well.
Bowie's looking at the back of KXI, can't quite get it done. Oh, AJ was coming in hot there into turn.
AJ's in a McLaren sandwich here.
I can't remember if it's turn 9 or turn 10, whatever that blind right-hander is.
McLaren sandwich. Here we go on the straight again. And the Shifters in DRS. Joe just can't seem to shake him off, which is doing him no favours at all. As the laps progress, Nathan gets a little bit closer to becoming champion.
The Shifter's going to go for it. Ooh, getting very close. And that's what I mean. I just can't see. I can't see Giron pulling the gap out. He's going to have to put in some ridiculous laps to pull 3 seconds. Unless, I mean, I've seen him do it before. You know, he's good at saving his ERS for the crucial moments. But to be fair, Giron's only got 22% ERS. So I just can't see where he's going to pull 3 seconds from.
No, he needs Nathan to get better, doesn't he? That's what he needs.
He does. And
big if though.
Well, Nathan can...
Look at AJ now though. He's hunting Bowie. He's just got past KXI. He's hunting Bowie for P6. Doing a great job, AJ, and so is J Luke as well. J Luke and KXI wheel to wheel here. J Luke on the inside of KXI. Little bit of contact. KXI holds him off for now, but he'll try and come back. J Luke, sorry, but not as easy with KXI getting the DRS on the straight. It's a good exit from J Luke though. As they go wheel to wheel again. J Luke going to try and make a move on him. He's going for a switcheroo there.
Oh,
what a move!
Lovely.
That is class. That is beautiful. Class from J Luke. Wow, brilliant. Lovely.
Oh, look at the gap out front. All of a sudden, Mark's out of DRS, and I think Shifters was almost out of DRS as well.
Mark's in trouble from 2 of them. Maybe Nathan. This could be big.
Big move.
Mark tries squeezing him. Could Matt lose out to ESW as well? But Nathan finally gets past Mark, and that is a big move in the championship. A move that puts Nathan that little bit closer. And if you're Owen, you are absolutely gutted to see Nathan get past Mark there. Because for now, Nathan gets even closer. With what? He's 10 laps away, Mark, now from champion. From being the champion.
He needs to get within a second of Shifters, though, otherwise I think Mark might come straight back at him at the end of the next lap.
As well.
Yeah.
He's
so
still he's doing a great job of just staying fit, but being patient. Still on for a possible podium here, SW, definitely.
Nathan, he could really do with getting within a second. If he gets within a second, he's safe.
Oh, P.O. in a way!
Oh!
No! Is he out?
No, he's not.
He's not moving.
I think he's trying to get the car into reverse. Oh,
he's lucky.
P.O.
He's got no wing, he's a lucky boy. Where's he going, P.O.? No wing, he's lucky boy. Lucky boy, he's P.O.
Nathan's not within DRS. I think Nathan could lose. I think he's went wide there. That's got to be a warning.
Though, isn't it? Warning for Nathan.
He went really wide. It was close, but I mean, he's using all of it. He's using all of his ERS. He's using all of his ERS to keep ahead, and I think he just had enough to keep Mark a bit.
Again. Is it P.O. again? No, it is. No wing.
P.O.
The battle for 6th is great as well. Bowie, AJ, J-Luke and KXI. It's a fantastic battle. There's a 4-horse race for 6th, a 5-horse race for 1st. The gaps are quite big down to the rest of the pack, but Riordan in 10th doing a good job, getting a big point for Aston Martin as well. But, I mean, Nathan, as the laps progress, gets ever closer here, Matt.
He does, I mean... Oh, that's a big pen! Big pen!
No! I mean, on the one hand, it helps Jordan as well, that. But it helps Nathan more. P.O. in the pits. P.O. season's over. No! Is it in the pits?
No, it's not.
Oh.
But I don't think there's any cars close enough to bring out a safety car.
Your auto shifters will hope not. If they can avoid pens here, Matt, he's on for a maybe a race win to win the championship.
Oh, P.O.
Oh, he's on track. He's not ghosted. Oh my God. Oh my. Could you imagine if that ended your own season like that?
Oh my word.
That'd be awful.
I tell you what, it's put him off.
It's
put him off. That's distracted him.
He's going to lead the race in your own. You just feel now his championship is slipping away lap by lap. It's becoming heartbreak for your Owen. He's got 8 laps, but the more that goes on, it looks less and less likely he's going to do it now.
That ghosted car put him off ever so slightly. And
P.O. saying the championship. Love that.
Conspiracy theory there. P.O. getting...
Look at the battle. They're 3 wide here. The 2 McLarens and the Red Bull. As AJ gets past by, what a battle for 6th as well. There's 4 of them. This is unreal, you know. The quality of racing tonight to end the season has been ridiculous. Can you on by past?
J-Luke's gone for a dive. Down the inside of his teammate. Oh, what a move.
Here comes Ewan then for race lead again. I don't think he'll get it though. Mark still on the back of Nathan. Ewan needs Matt to get past Nathan, doesn't he? Just give him a chance.
He does. I mean, it's unlucky because I think P.O.'s car put him off and he had to sort of jolt onto the gravel, lift a bit, and just that little lift was enough to allow shifters to have enough momentum to overtake him on the straight. But
my thing is, Matt, as it stands, none of these two are getting a podium. Maybe Nathan, Mark and ASW on the podium as it stands.
Yeah, exactly. Nathan just needs to keep it clean and he might win this race.
Owen, and he's back in the lead. Can Mark get Nathan? He's going, Mark might go for it here. But for P3, Mark on the inside of Nathan into turn 1. And Nathan does a great job of holding him off. A big note in the championship, that.
That's great.
But Nathan, for now, stays ahead of him.
That's great racing. Literally, if one of them makes a wrong move there, that's championship over. I mean, my word, the nerves to be racing wheel to wheel like that in such a crucial... I mean, my hands would be shaking with a wheel. I don't know how these guys are doing it. That's incredible racing under pressure.
Nathan's so close to the title now, though, Matt. He's so close. But 1 penalty for Nathan. Oh. It's Bottle Job Bowie! He's round! Bottle Job Bowie! It was in such a good fight for 6th. Might even get points now.
He's bottled it. He's bottled it.
Bottle Job Bowie has bottled it. Might give J-Luke the chance to beat his teammate now. Oh, Bottle Job Bowie.
Bottle Job Bowie. He's at it again.
Nathan, the seconds go by, Nathan gets ever closer. You only need a teammate help from his teammate here, and he needs Mark to get past him. Just to give him a bit of something. Mark's pitting. Oh, he's got damage?
Is he 2-stopping it?
We already got fastest lap, that's 1 thing.
Mark must be
But
too.
Mark pitting is with only 6 laps to go. What?
I. No, he's two stopping it, which is. I mean,
Has he got enough time to catch up though?
if there's a safety car, but that's made.
If you're your own, you're not happy with that.
Nathan
so
will be
much easier
laughing
than
his
Nathan.
way to the finish of this race because that's a lot of pressure off his shoulders right there.
Yeah, it's. I mean, your own won't be too chuffed if he's a relentless teammate there, will he?
But
That's for sure.
ESW is within DRS of Nathan now, so the pressure's not off completely.
You just feel that how much that penalty's cost your own is ridiculous. Because he'll be sat in out saying your own's on for the title here. You know, he's on for the title.
Yeah,
That penalty just changed everything.
The gap to Nathan's 2.3 seconds. So, you know, he's not far.
How quick can Mark hunt on these softs? Has he got enough time?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No.
Oh,
he's got a penalty.
Especially not now.
Oh, Mark. It's more nails than your own scoffing this, isn't it now?
Yeah.
You feel?
He's just not pulling away from shifters.
What a mess up by Mark, though. What a strange
In fact,
scenario.
shifters might be about to take the... well, he moved really aggressively to the right. I thought he'd lost the car. It's like he went for a dive and then backed out at the last second and wow.
5 laps away, Nathan. 5 laps away. Or 6, should I say, really. So J-Luke and AJ having a great battle for 5th. Brilliant battle.
Yeah, Mark's got a job on here. I mean, I thought he pitted earlier for the undercut. Maybe his tyres were just not going to get to the end and he might have been at risk of a puncture.
That pen just cost him now. All that work he's done just cost him the penalty.
Yeah.
So,
all I can think of is that he didn't think his tyres were going to get to the end. And he's had no choice, but he might have been at risk of a puncture. That's all I can think of.
yeah.
But, I mean, what about the other guy's tyres? Is Nathan at risk of a puncture? Is Jerome at risk of a puncture? Nathan pitted first. How are his tyres doing? That's a question.
Very valid point. You may get out of the top 4. Nathan's got the oldest tyres, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know...
ESW's right on his back. A yellow flag. Is that Bottle Job Bowie? It is. Oh, Bottle Job Bowie's having a shocker here.
He's bottling it big
he
time, isn't he?
Will Nathan lose P3 here? I think he might do. ESW's got DRS. This could be a big moment still, this. He will lose P3. ESW, who's been in the mix all night, Matt, it's took him 29 laps to get 3rd. He's finally in the podium positions, but that could be interesting.
That's patience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really good from ESW.
Oh, Mark has took fast lap off his teammate Jeroen, which it doesn't really help Jeroen scores too much. He needed that point. I say teammate, they're not teammates either, but you know what I mean. They're relentless teammates, aren't they? You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying.
As it stands, Nathan is pretty much 3 seconds behind Jerome, so Jerome would drop back and be just in front of Nathan. So still,
won't be enough, would it?
Nathan, I think, just has to sit tight and not get pens. I think
he's got no battery, Nathan. Look at Nathan's battery though. He's got none. So ESW might pull away.
I just think...
Now, Mark is Mark. He's not going to have enough, is he? He's not going to catch up.
The gap behind Nathan is 12 seconds. He just needs to keep it cool and get to the end. I think it's in his hands very much. Jerome can't do much more now. But I can't see Nathan falling any more than 4th.
He's the points as well, Matt. He's 11th. He's close.
Oh, how he scored.
He has got 9 seconds of pens, though. Which is unfortunate, shall we say. Shifters just won't leave Jeroen alone, will he? You won't leave Jeroen alone at all.
No.
Nathan's 4 laps away from the title. 4 laps away.
He just needs to keep it clean and not bin the car, because he's not gonna drop 12 seconds to J Luke. So he's guaranteed 4th, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's guaranteed 4th, and at the moment Jerome would drop to at least 2nd, maybe 3rd. So.
Just wonder though. You just wonder. If Mark didn't pit, where would he be in all this?
I know, yeah.
You know, and Mark's, 7th? He's not going to catch up now. He's got no chance. And he's got a penalty as well, which is... I mean, but you would wonder, how are Nathan's mediums feeling here? Shit, what's happened to Shifters? What's happened to Shifters? He's off!
He's just off track. Did he lose the car?
Oh, it's all your own, and now you're fuming. I mean, he's pulled him away, but he's given Nathan another position.
He must have lost the car.
What happened there? Is it his tyres?
He's not got damage.
What's happening?
I think he may have lost the car.
What a mistake. Will he pit now? I think he might pit, you know.
Are the tyres starting to drop off? Nathan's on 19-lap-old mediums. I mean, they won't be feeling great.
No.
Oh, he's not pitting.
Well, they're going to shift his power a bit. Give Nathan another position.
Yeah.
I mean, he's your on for a race win here, though, now.
Oh, bottle job, Bowie.
I tell you what, Rowan could still win this race, though. He's only 5 tenths off. This changes everything. Rowan, at the moment, he's only 2 tenths off winning, which would be enough, wouldn't it?
I mean, it depends what points Nathan would get, wouldn't it?
Well, as it stands, he will just drop. But if he can pull 3 seconds on ESW, and if ESW can hold off Nathan, Rowan wins the title by 1 point.
He'll have
So all of a sudden, oh, he just rolled the curve there, though, Rowan.
He'll gain 9 points because he'll get 25 points, and Nathan will get 16. So will they end? Oh no!
Changes it all now. Has he just gifted Rowan the title? I think he has.
Oh, 2 laps from the end.
Shit swings again. Can you believe that? Shifters gets him a penalty as well. ESW's on for a win here. Oh my word, it's all going off, but as Nathan, Shifters is in the wall. He's off the track. What is going on at the end of this race? Well, as it stands, Rowan's champion. Nathan's threw it away. He's threw it away with 2 laps to go.
He needs to get past ESW and somehow get 3 seconds, and he knows it as well because he's using all of his battery.
An amazing ending to an amazing season, but you could just not wrote this script, could you? You could just not have wrote this script. You would never have believed it. On lap 32, we still don't know who's going to be champion.
ESW just needs to be within 3 seconds. And he'll win the race, which means Nathan will be champion.
It all hangs on the Ferrari reserve driver. He determines who wins this championship.
He needs to be within 3 seconds.
I mean, look at this. We're talking nothing. Look at the time.
It's 3 seconds. It's crept over 3 seconds. Oh,
this is
my
unreal.
word.
1 lap to go. It could go either way. It depends on the Ferrari.
It's come down to the last lap. Nathan doesn't. If you're Nathan, you don't want to get in the way of ESW. You want him to be within 3 seconds. Surely, you don't want to slow him down.
It keeps changing though. Oh my word!
It's literally jumping above and below 3 seconds. This is it.
The final lap of this season, and we still don't know whether it'll be Nathan or Rowan. I mean, we're talking. Look at the times. You could have wrote this.
Final lap.
You could not.
Jerome,
Nathan's champion.
Jerome needs a 3 second gap.
Oh my word! As it stands, Nathan's champion by just over a tenth. That close. But if you only need to get his foot down, this is huge. I mean, I knew it'd be close, but we're talking half a lap here.
He's using all of his ERS, but he's not got much left.
Can he do his mate a favour again? Oh, it's slipping away for your own all of a sudden.
ESW's got more ERS.
We're talking a tenth. We're talking a tenth.
Jerome's using his ERS on every straight.
Oh, it's going to be so close.
It's 3 seconds.
Jerome's done it. He's done it. But he's not done it again. What is going on? No way. This is ridiculous.
It's coming down the final sector.
Oh, it's going to be marginal, isn't it? It's going to be marginal stuff.
Is Jerome going to cross the line with 3 seconds?
Who wins it? Who wins it? We don't know.
He needs a monster. He's above it.
Word. He's not.
He needs 3 seconds. Is he going to get it?
Oh my word.
He is. He's got it. No, he hasn't.
Did he do it?
He has.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. Wow. 0.061 has decided the championship.
Oh my god.
I mean, you just can't write that. 0.061 has decided the championship.
Oh my word.
Rowan, before Stewie did, is your season's 5 champion. But if you're Nathan, it is agonising.
6/100ths. Literally, as he crossed the line, it dropped below 3 seconds, and then it just crept over again.
That is just incredible.
Wow.
I mean, you talk about shifters. He's only 9th. Scott's in the point.
Yeah.
3-4's got a point. No. No.
Oh
No. No.
Damn it, Murph.
Murphy, why have you got to do it?
Oh my word.
Oh, wow. I mean, I knew it'd be dramatic, but that. Oh.
It
Oh,
changed
I don't know
from
what to
corner
say.
to corner.
I mean, you're talking literally nothing, aren't you? There, you're talking. I mean, how can a Ferrari reserve have such an impact on the championship? I mean, it's just.
Literally one slip up, one lock up
But
from
we're
either
talking
driver, and that'd have been
We're
it.
talking a lap and a half to go. It's done. Nathan's won the championship. It's done. It's done. Then Shifters goes off, and you're thinking, well, if Shifters didn't go off, he'd have beat Ewan.
To be
Then
fair,
Nathan gets a penalty, and it's like.
it was below 3 seconds on the straight. Like Jerome might have literally moved across to the right hand side to just make the track that little bit smaller, to cross the line that little bit earlier. It literally, it was 2.968 seconds when they were going through the final corner.
Of course, the stewardings have come, but provisionally, well done to Ariel Ewan, he's your season 5 champion. Well done to Aston Martin, that is confirmed. They are the champions. Well done to Ewan and Riordan, who did do his bit tonight. He got a P8. So well done to Riordan and Ewan, you are Constructors champions. Well done to Ewan, who by 0.061 has won the championship. We think, of course, he's still stewarding to come, but my maths at the moment means he wins it by 1 point, Matt. Is that right? He does, doesn't he? They've got into the lead with a 9-point lead. The gap's now 10. He wins the title by 1 point.
So before the race,
it was 7, wasn't it?
Before tonight's race, it was 7. After qualifying, Nathan got 2 points, which put him on 197. 9 points clear. Jerome's then gained 25 points.
Oh my word! He's won it by a point. He's won the championship by a point.
I'm gonna calculate this quickly.
Well done to Freefall, who, to be fair, has gone from 19th to 11th. He's gained the most positions, so he is your driver of the day for Spain. He's got a point. So well done to Scott. He's off the mark. He's got a point this season.
So Jerome had 188 points and gained 25. That right?
Yeah. Yes, he gained 25 tonight.
So
right.
that put him on 213. Nathan was on 197 after qualifying. And what does he get for finishing third?
15.
And yet he finished with 212. It's a point. It's a pole. It's a fastest lap. It's a driver of the day. I mean, oh my word, that final lap was unlike anything.
What I will say is, in previous seasons, the championship's been won comfortably. It's never gone to the wire. I mean, that is the closest championship battle we've ever had, and to be won by less than a tenth by a point. 1 point. I mean, that's nothing all season. 1 point. All the points you play for. Just to confirm, if they would have drew, your own would have won anyway on race wins. But still, 1 point. I mean, if you're Nathan, what?
I just can't believe. I cannot wait to go back and watch that race and just gradually fast forward it bit by bit to the line to just see how close it was. It was below 3 seconds. Even after they'd come out the final corner. And...
I mean, Matt, we might have both in and the SW as well. I feel like we need to try. And Riordan, if he's free as well. He's a Constructors champion, so... if you could invite... I'll try as well. If you could invite the SW... ESW Nathan, Riordan and Ewan. Please, I'll try and invite him as well. I'm speechless after that. That is just...
I don't know what to say.
Mental.
Wow.
AJ's fuming that he's not one driver today, but we've got to give it to Scotty boy, haven't we? It's got to happen.
Give him a point. Give him a point.
We go. Oh, I mean... Oh.
Does that might... I think that's got a top China. I mean, that is...
That's just mental, isn't it? I mean, it was a 5-horse race. I'd love to know what happened to the Alfa Romeo as well. Because he went off the track. He changed that by a lot. What happened to him was huge.
Yeah, Mark, if he'd have not pitted, and yeah, shifters, and yeah.
I mean, commiserations to Nathan and AFL because he's also been very close to a Constructor's title there. So, I mean, we'll have to a goal for them. Riordan will be interesting. Well, he's not really contributing too much this season, but you know, he's a champion nevertheless. Matt, you know, uh, uh, which is it's crazy to say, really. You know, Riordan, but he's contributed, Matt, hasn't he? You know, he's done his bit. So
It's saying I can't add some players due to the settings. I don't know who that is. I've tried adding.
it's saying you added 4 players to the groups. I think you added all 4 of them. I think I'll double check. I mean, that is just. It swung so many times, didn't it? That was the thing.
It did.
It just.
In the final lap, it swung as well. Oh man.
I think Nathan is with us.
The only person we've not been able to get is Jerome. He's the one we haven't. He's the one we need to. His settings, yeah.
He can't join it. What do I need to say to him?
Might have to adjust his settings to.
I think in the meantime, I think Nathan is with us.
Oh, there we go. Maybe it's because I'm not friends with him on PlayStation. I think Nathan's added in for us. Yeah, he's in.
Nathan?
Hello.
Good evening. I mean, I'll ask how you are, because I can imagine it's not great right now. I mean, the amount of times that changed between 1 minute you're winning it and then you're owing. I mean, first of all, I want to ask you about quality. How important was them 2 points you gained?
Honestly, I didn't expect to get pole at all. Like my Q1, Q2, I didn't look like I had the pace compared to the other 3 guys, Mark, Euron, and Shifters Maxi. So yeah, it was a massive surprise. It kind of helped me, I guess, just give me that little blanket for the race. Yeah, I was surprised.
And then on the race start, you had a bit of a tough start, didn't you? You lost 2 places right at the start.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't get any wheel spin. I think just maybe slow reaction or something. I'm not sure. And then I just had a dodgy line for turn 1 or 2, and I didn't really want to like be overly aggressive because if I took your own now, if he took me, then that's like the end of the show. So.
Yeah. End of the show. Well, you're not wrong. Me and Matt would have been bored for the rest of the night. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to us about the race and tell us how your race went overall, because you got a penalty right at the end, which was the killer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first it was okay, just sticking with the 4. And then I saw Euron. When Euron got that penalty, it was just a lot easier for me because I knew that I just had to stick with the train and it'd be fine. I think pitting early was just kind of ruined my race because of the safety car. My tyres were dead at the end. To be fair, I think actually the safety car would have, if there wasn't a safety car, I would have punctured. So there's that. But I had Mark in front of me, and I think first Mark sent it on me a few times just to put pressure on. Don't know if he's helping out your own, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And then second stint, we broke away from the DRS because Mark, I don't know what happened, but he like stopped in sector 3. And I couldn't overtake there, so we just completely lost DRS and it was over from there. The only thing I could have is no penalties, but even then Josh was just a lot quicker than me.
Yeah.
So even with the no penalties, I wouldn't have gotten Euron because Josh was ahead.
0.061. That was what it come down to me, and then I think me and Matt have done the maths. And it won't make you feel any better, this, but I think you've lost it by 1 point, which is.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't really make a difference because I knew like what position I needed. So I'm not really bothered by how many points I lost by.
That's fair enough. I mean, no matter what happened, you've had a brilliant season. It's been a pleasure watching this season. Obviously, it's your first season here. Many race wins. I mean, me and Matt go back to the Chinese Grand Prix that was just mental. I'm sure you'll remember that one, last lap.
Oh, unbelievable.
3 of you. I got it down here as 3 race wins, and I think 4 P2s and a P3. So, you know, you've not done bad. You've pushed him all the way.
Yeah, I think the first few races I just did terribly. I don't know what happened. I can't remember like at all those races, but I think 80 points behind your own.
Yeah, it was a big gap. You've done so well to close that gap.
The season, yeah. Just had good form at the end.
And it's been a pleasure, man. Like I said, you made that fight what it is because for a lot of the season, like you say, the gap was huge. So You're Owen.
Pretty
So you
much
did a great
made
job to close the gap.
made the second half of the season, really, didn't it?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So very well done, mate. And gutted for you, but very, very well done. Great effort.
Congrats to your run.
There you go. Thank you very much, mate. Take care.
Thank you.
Matt, I'll let you take it away, mate. I need a break after that.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, Jerome, congratulations. I mean, what was it like at the end? Them final 2 laps, you were out of 3 seconds, then you were within 3 seconds of the guys behind. What was that final lap like to bring it home?
My heart was in my throat. I had to wipe my the sweat out of my eyes on the street.
Wow.
I was, Josh really put the pressure on. Like, it was so close. I even made a couple mistakes at last lap by the pressure, but yeah, to win it by 600, that's mental.
What were you
thinking?
thinking?
Closer, could it?
It couldn't have been. I was just going to say, what were you thinking when you got that penalty midway through the race? Because that must have been horrible for you to get that.
I knew it was coming, so it's very easy to like in the middle sector. It's very easy to like miss a turning in point a bit. That's what I'm still learning and struggling with. So when I had 2 warnings, I knew it was coming. I was just trying to delay it, and then I used my other 2 warnings to build a gap of like the second penalty. So I ended on 2 warnings.
Wow. So one more warning would have been 6 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Did you do enough last 4 races on purpose to make it that dramatic?
No, all on purpose. The last one I couldn't do anything about it because I had the emergency.
Yeah.
So the other one I couldn't, but the others, I just drove shit, I'd say.
Love the honesty. Love the honesty.
Yeah, can I? I don't know if I can swear, but
Do what you want.
I drove not very well.
Do what you want. There's no limits here, mate. Do what you want. Within reason, of course.
No, limits are everywhere. But no,
you're getting banned off YouTube now.
Yeah, the 3 races before were not that great.
Well, I mean, for a lot of the season, me and Matt sat here and said, yeah, this will be done in a few weeks. He'll be champion with 4 weeks to go, you know. But and to win it by a point, I mean, is ridiculous. But deserved it in the end, mate. I think I wrote it down as I think that was your 7th race win tonight. So it's been a pretty dominant season overall. Nathan did a fantastic job to push you all the way. It could have been either of you. I mean, 1 minute we thought it was you, then it was Nathan. I mean, it swapped so many times. It was ridiculous. But you become our 3rd ever champion in 5 seasons, mate. So very, very well done.
Thank you, and Nathan, well done. Close to miss out, but you did great.
Thank you, you're well played, mate. Very well done.
Congrats, Jerome. Nice one.
Have we got our P2 here? Is he with us?
We have.
Made him wait a bit, haven't we?
We have.
How are you feeling, mate?
Alright, a bit sway.
Bit sweaty like us all, I think, after that.
Yeah, leather cheering, crap design like for a sim racing thing. I'm sweating. That was good fun.
You did a great job most of that race. I mean, there was a 5-horse race for that race for the majority of it. You were in 5th for pretty much all of it. You just kind of waited. You know, didn't get yourself into any trouble.
Yeah.
What was the plan? Could you physically not keep up with the top 4, or was it just a case of
No.
waiting?
No, I was holding my ERS. Mark was ahead of Nathan. I know Nathan's fighting for a championship, so he's going to be pushing pretty well. And Mark's with Jerome, so I knew they were going to be scrapping. He was going to be scrapping with Nathan, so I thought I'll just keep my distance. I knew Jerome was on warnings, Liam was on warnings. I had pretty much had a clean slate for the most of the race. I think I had 1 warning at the start, but everything else went smoothly. I was just keeping it on track, just making sure I wasn't getting a bit of a snap and getting a warning or accident. I was wanted to stay with them, and then do all my pushing at the end with the ERS like I was, which unfortunately only put me 600ths behind for my 2nd win.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll just have a quick look at that. 2 wins. You had a win this exam already. Remind me what track you won again?
Austria, yeah.
Austria, there you go. It's been that many races now, I forget. So yeah, you were on 39 points before tonight, which is a reserve. You've not done many races either. You've only done 5 races, I think.
Probably around about 5, yeah.
So a decent return, very good return. Hopefully next season we'll see you as a full-time driver. I'd love that personally. Obviously, that's
I
down
hope
to
so.
yourself. Whether you.
Can't we do them graphics for free? Like,
Hey, you want a bad graphic? I was going to mention that.
I was expecting at least a driver of the day, like just under the cloth.
Hey, you got a podium, mate. You got a podium. You got a podium. We
Yeah,
give
but I
free
worked
driver
for
day. He's not got a
also.
point all season.
He's got there five down his neck, and he's getting driver of the day. Blasphemy.
Well, free fall not got a point all season, so he thought, you know what, we'll give him a point.
That's fair.
But no, a great result, man. I mean, you had a big impact on the championship there. We was watching you thinking, who's he going to
Yeah.
give it to?
I was going to ask, like, were you aware going in at them final
I
few
was.
laps that you would, if you'd have won that race, then you'd have won Nathan the championship?
I set it straight at the start of the race between the both of them on the neutral. I didn't want to take anyone's sides because it's all on them. At this, like, that's the whole point of this championship, is for people to push themselves and get to the top. But I felt that Nathan was a little hard done by Mark throughout the race, especially with the sector 3 malarkey. I don't know what happened. He said he locked up, but we basically just got absolutely cut from the train, which was annoying for me also because I was cut out, but Nathan was cut out, and he really had no say in how his race ended up being, which is really unfortunate because I think if that didn't happen, he would have been able to stay with him, even though the tyres were dire at the end. I think he was a bit hard done by. So when I had the ERS charged up and I saw him blinking his Christmas lights, I thought I'll go for it on the straight, try and tug him along and try and even the playing field out a bit after he got a bit unfortunate, which we almost managed to do. But yeah, to be honest, at the end it was more about myself than caring about Nathan.
I think you've done as well. You've done a solid for Ferrari there. You've got them fourth in the championship. The only driver for Ferrari tonight, weren't you? All
Them
on
and
your own.
AlphaTauri owe me a few bob.
He's just getting owed money all over the place. I'll tell you what.
Pio's gonna have to do me a livery for GT for that.
Yeah,
I'm sure he can start one of them for you.
if I see him in work tomorrow, I'll ask him to do you a helmet, a livery. I'll tell you what, there's a bit of a conspiracy here then, because Farrell put in the comments during that race, he said, Mark, execute Order 66 for Relentless.
Well,
Oh.
If you're a Star Wars fan, you'll know exactly what that means.
it wouldn't be the first Relentless gate.
Oh, yeah, it's like, come on.
It's like Abu Dhabi in
come on.
HRL, isn't it?
I'm the
about,
Latifi of
what
this
we're talking
situation.
about.
I'll just hand the
I
title.
know, I don't know what you're on about. Let's come on. Well,
I have to say, I've seen the clip of Mark when what happened. I don't know exactly what happened to you and Mark, Nathan, but I've seen that he was sideways. I
saw
uh,
it
sent you the
as well.
clip. It's very unfortunate. I get that, but I don't think.
Yeah,
it's
I already told him that it's fine. Don't worry about it. So
Yeah.
it's all good. I don't blame him for me not winning. So
Netflix will be steaming hearing this.
we're all friends, aren't we? We're all friends.
Need a
All that matters.
HRL
No,
drive
we're
to
not
survive,
friends
don't
with
we?
Mark.
And do you know
Not
what? It's
friends
great.
with Mark.
It's great to see a City fan on the podium as well in the last race of the season. That's all I want to say.
I know.
Up the Blues.
Mahrez should
Oh,
have
I had to get it in
finished
there,
that
didn't you?
pen,
No, thank you to all three of you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you all next season. But whatever happens, obviously we don't know what's going to happen. It's a new game, of course. Things will change, people's lives will change, etc. So we'll see what happens. But either or, thank you to all three of you, and big well done to your Owen, who's just picked the championship by 1 point.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers, guys.
And AJ, well done for fourth on your first race back.
And well done to
Driver
Free Fall's
today.
got a point.
Hedge, are you forgetting about
Driver of the day.
Riordan?
Oh, I'm Riordan, yeah. He's not joined us. He's not joined us. He's not having his championship. It's gone. I mean, your Owen's carrying him, isn't he? It's a proper carry, that. Proper carry. Get yourself on.
Riordan is mental, man. He like mentally. Every race he like giving a speech.
Giving you a speech.
I can imagine in that Irish accent, it'd be quite nice to actually get a speech from Riordan.
Well,
it's-
the fact of the matter is, he's in the history books. He's a
Bit of Harry
constructor champion.
I came before a race.
Oh, Josh, when you pipped it to 2.7 on lap 32, I was like, oh no, he has battery.
Yeah, I was going good. My heart was out my fucking chest.
Oh man, no. Like I've never had such a sweaty face. You know, this is maybe my best last stint I've ever done. Like,
I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment.
yeah, you had me fucking sweating, man.
I last season on this game I was no line because I had more time to practice and stuff. But to be fair to Jeroen, he's turned line off and his adaptability has been wicked for all the tracks that he's doing constantly. And line is really hard personally when you're not following someone. So when he was following Karag, he had a nice little reference to braking, which is always nice.
Oh, that was nice.
But then when you're on your own without line, it's really down to just your feel with the car, because braking points change through laps, and it's really tricky. So yeah, well done to him.
I think we're pretty much done there. I think that's us done. It's a long interview, but I don't mind that for the last race, you know.
Yeah.
Well done to all three of you again, and hopefully we'll see you all next season. But thank you very much for giving your time every Sunday and racing. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for commentating.
Yeah,
My
cheers for your time,
pleasure.
boys.
Thanks for the
My
season,
pleasure.
lads.
Cheers, guys.
My pleasure. I'll lose so much weight commentating with the amount of sweat. That's why I do it. Not much of the gym. This is my gym. This.
Yeah,
This is my gym.
I'd agree with that. To be fair.
I think we're more drenched though, racing on the wheel.
Oh, I bet you are.
Make sure you do like 7 league races a week, and then you'll be fit
I'm a 6-pack in a month.
as an athlete, mate.
So well done, guys. Thank you.
No problem.
And that's us done, mate. It's 14 rounds later.
I know. Yeah, that's it. I can't
It's
believe.
emotional, isn't it? I'm tearing up here.
I can't believe that's. Feels like yesterday since we were in pre-season in Belgium, didn't it?
60,000. Oh my.
Will you shut up now? try to do our finale here.
Jerome's
Get
trying to-
emotional.
he's
I'm
trying to
tearing
rub
up.
it- He's rubbing it in, isn't he?
Take his championship off him.
Is stream on still?
Yeah, it's still on. We're still on here. We're not trying to finish it off.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, take the trolley off them all. They're not having it. All three of them. No, it's gone.
Shout out to Jerry.
Shout out to Chimp, the best.
Oh, no.
animal.
Chimp Kravitz.
No, we don't.
Chimp
we don't
Kravitz.
sa- We don't shout out Chimp. No.
It's Chimp.
no,
It's Chimp
no.
Kravitz.
Nah.
Of course you shout
And
Chimp.
you know,
I
we'll
like-
end it now
I like
before we get
Chimp.
carried away. Thank you all for joining us this season. Whether you've been a driver, whether you've joined us in the stream, whatever, reserve driver, it's been a pleasure. Matt, thank you for commentating, mate. We'll see you in the commentator of the season award, but I think to you. As long as Scott doesn't win it,
I
after
think he'll
one
be
race, that's all that
Scott.
matters.
He's going to win it. With that
it
Scottish
bet-
voice,
it bet-
he'll win it.
Well, it better not be. But thank you, mate, for your streaming and whatnot this year. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure, mate. My
And
pleasure.
hopefully you see us next season, see you sign a contract for next season, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll see you again next season. On the new game, of course, but we'll leave it there. It's been a very long night. It's, what time are we on? 11:15! Bloody hell! We are ending the stream, I didn't realise it was that
It's a
time.
school night, Hedge.
You've
What are you
left it there
playing
like 4
at?
times.
It is a school night. I don't think Joan will be watching, will he? We'll end it there. Thank you so much for everyone that's raced this season. There was one thing I wanted to mention, but I've completely forgot, so I'll have to wait. And well done to Riordan, before I forget. Constructors champion. And if you've not already done your Cone Racing League vote, make sure you vote Hedges Animal of the Season. Good night.
Cut to me.